30 seconds till broadcast. Mark.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
Consider the coaches that Auburn has faced through the first 6 games among active coaches after today. The Tigers will have faced the 4th, 5th, and 6th winningest coaches in the country. Today it's Rick Pitino and St. John's. Good evening, War Eagle from Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas with Randall Dickey and Jacob Hillman. Make that Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn was dominated by Michigan last night. After a pair of free throws by Tahad Pettiford, the Wolverines ripped off 11 straight points and never looked back in a 30-point win. Michigan hit 14 threes on the night and held Auburn to 3 assists. It was Auburn's first loss where an opponent scored over 100 since UConn in overtime in 2001. St. John's lost a heartbreaker to Iowa State Monday. The Red Storm bounced back with a convincing win over Baylor yesterday. Bryce Hopkins leads St. John's at 17 points per game. Big East preseason player of the year, Zuba Ejiofor, adds 14 points with the team leading 6.7 rebounds. So how will Auburn respond tonight? The Tigers were dominated in every form last night against the number 14 team in the country tonight. How will Stephen Pearl's team respond? The CBNS Bank Countdown to Tip-Off starts now.
Exclusive pregame coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CBNS Bank Countdown to Tip-Off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball, all to get you ready for Auburn basketball. CBNS Bank has a long history of stability, and just like Auburn University, we have a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
For a final time this season, we welcome you back to Las Vegas, Nevada. It is the 3rd and final game for the Auburn Tigers in the Players Era Championship from the Michelob Ultra Arena. Along with Randall Dickey, I'm Andy Burcham. Brad Law will join us in just a matter of moments from the Auburn Sports Network studios. All right, let's first things first, get this out of the way. Auburn's performance last night against Michigan, after those 2 free throws by Tahad Pettiford, it was an 11-0 run by Michigan. And Michigan dominated Auburn like we haven't seen Auburn dominated in quite some time, Randall.
It was just a very tough day. It was one of those days that it just wasn't meant to be. The guys just mentally, they wanted to be there. They wanted to move in the right position, but they just couldn't get there. Michigan, on the other hand, came out on fire. They've been on fire all week this week and played for the championship today, and they are an outstanding team, certainly a top 10 ball club, maybe playing as the best basketball team in America. And we play poorly in all phases. We got to just wipe that off the books, chalk it up to learn from, that it doesn't happen again, but just kind of move on, flush it, get back, get ready for a tough Big East foe in St. John's today.
You have been there before as a coach where a game like that one, and maybe you've been there in your coaching career, Randall, where you were playing the very next day. So what is the key? What is the key? Flushing it, whether it's that, whether it's just turning the switch and doing it against a really, really good St. John's ball club here tonight.
Yeah, I just think that you kind of talk to the players individually as well. How did they prepare? Did they sleep enough the night before? Are they rested? Are they beaten, banged up just a little bit? Do they have bumps and bruises they hadn't shared with you? Little things like that, and just try to recreate a little bit better mental state is something that the coaches has done over the last few hours, is try to get back in a good frame of mind. Also, you must present the opportunity that you're playing with probably the best non-conference preseason tournament in the country against unbelievable field that's out here. You've got an opportunity to make some hay, to put some feathers in your cap, to make sure that you're just ready to go play and try to get back to playing at the Magic level, because there's a lot of eyes across the country that's on this tournament.
Yeah, from a competitive standpoint, this tournament has now surpassed Maui. It has surpassed Atlanta. It has surpassed Cancun, Charleston, anywhere, because of just the field. And this tournament next year will grow to 32 teams. So this is going to continue to grow. It will be the premier field for an in-season non-conference tournament, and this early in the season.
Well, you're playing not only traditional blue blood powers out here, you're playing against teams that are up and coming, that are outstanding. You're playing against a lot of top 25 ball clubs. The competition is very, very fierce, and there's no nights off. Like Auburn experienced last night, they had a night off, and the other teams will certainly take advantage of that.
St. John's came out, lost a heartbreaker by 1 to Iowa State on Monday, then came out yesterday and took out their aggression on Baylor. And they want to do the exact same thing here against this Auburn ball club tonight.
They're big, they're physical, they're really going to push it and run. They're coached by a Hall of Fame coach that's really going to press all over the floor. They're going to pick you up 94 feet. They're going to worry, keep hands on you. They're going to ball screen you to death offensively. They run a lot of their offense around the elbow, around what we call the pinch post area. A lot of cutting, a lot of movement, and they're a fun team to watch play, but they're a team that's going to give the Tigers some challenges today defensively as well as in transition.
And they're going to be aggressive. They're going to be aggressive and physical. If you don't come out with that same mindset, you're in some trouble.
Certainly, and anytime that you play St. John's, traditionally, you're playing a team from the New York area. Even though a lot of their players are from all over the country, they have a little of that New York mentality where they're going to be tough, mean, and aggressive, whether they're playing defense on the basketball, whether they're guarding you on a two-man play on a ball screen, or whether they're attacking offensively.
For the first time in this tournament, Auburn is the home team. So the Tigers in the white tops and bottoms. Auburn has just come out in its layup line as Auburn gets ready. Auburn will not have, by the way, we have been told Auburn will not have Philip Jovic tonight because of an injured wrist. We also understand that Abdul Bashir is not available tonight because of illness. So Auburn's depth will be questioned, or excuse me, will be tested tonight against the St. John's Ball Club here tonight. All right. Auburn gets set to face St. John's. The Tigers will come home tomorrow, enjoy a Thanksgiving weekend, the Iron Bowl weekend, then right back at it. I mean, this schedule for Auburn. After tonight, Auburn is back at home in the SEC ACC Challenge next Wednesday, a week from tonight, against North Carolina State. And then Auburn is on the road next weekend at Arizona. Buddy, the schedule does not let up anymore for this Auburn ball club. And oh, by the way, once you get through December, you're gearing up for Southeastern Conference play.
There's not any doubt. You play two Big Ten teams out here. You're going to play a Big East team today. You go home, play an ACC team that's up and coming. Then you go west and play arguably one of the top 5 teams in the country in the Big 12 in Arizona. The Wildcats are always tough in McHale Center in Tucson. And then we just come back. All of a sudden we get another Big Ten team in Purdue, which has been number 1 in the country already this year and certainly in the top 3 right now. Then you get that, prepares you for the SEC. So it's going to be good for this team. It's going to be great experience for them. Hopefully we carve out enough wins. We get enough quad 1 wins, kind of get some momentum going into SEC play.
60-second scout tonight brought to you by Sensoryne, proud sponsor of Auburn Athletics. The experts at Sensoryne with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation. Here's Corey Williams with the 60-second scout of St. John's.
One of the things that we have to do today is we got to keep them off the offensive boards. We did a poor job last night against Michigan in transition defense. We have to get back. We have to locate shooters, and we have to make them do something that they're not really trying to do. They come in with 2 post guys that are ferocious on the glass, guards that can shoot the basketball from the perimeter, and they're going to pressure us the whole ball game. We have to be tough, physical, and we cannot turn the basketball over, allowing them to be able to get easy basket in transition. So we gotta really play hard and play through contact and be physical and understand that we might not get the whistle, but we got to play through it.
Give me a scout on their defense. What will you see defensively from St. John's?
They will hold. They're going to make it hard for us to catch the basketball. They're going to deny. They're going to be physical on the block. They're going to get back. When you drive in that lane, they're strippy-rippy. They're going to try to reach and grab you, steal the basketball. So we have to protect the basketball and make the right decision. You're not going to be able to drive all the way in there. 1-2 dribble, get off of it. Next guy, keep moving the basketball.
And that's our 60-second scout of St. John's. Brad Law is back with us after the break with the SEC report when the CBNS Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
At CBNS Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CBNS Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
The Auburn spirit. It's what drives champions on the field and in business. At the Harbert College of Business, that same passion shapes the next generation of leaders. With a personalized, hands-on approach, we prepare students for success, whether in the boardroom or big moments in life. Auburn pride, Auburn innovation. Harbert College of Business, inspiring business. Visit harbert.auburn.edu to learn more.
The Raymond J. Harbert College of Business presents the SEC Report. A look around the deepest, most challenging conference in college basketball. Accelerate your career with an online MBA from the Harbert College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best at harbert.auburn.edu.
Number 21 Auburn, number 14 St. John's doing battle tonight in Las Vegas. One of two ranked on ranked matchups across college basketball. The other is the championship game at the Players Era Festival. That does not involve an SEC team. That's Gonzaga and Michigan still to come. 5 time zones covered by conference teams. Tonight, November basketball takes us from coast to coast and even past midnight. 2 games in progress right now across town from the Tigers. The 3rd place game at the Players Era Festival, 17th ranked Tennessee and Kansas. Tennessee would have played in the championship game were it not for Gonzaga's 39-point win over Maryland. So convincing were the Zags over the Terps yesterday that it lifted Gonzaga into that championship game. So Tennessee playing in the 3rd place game, and this is a really good contest so far. They played 16 minutes. It is a seesaw affair. Tennessee leads Kansas 33-30. They're under 4 minutes to go in the first half. We'll keep you posted on that one for sure. The other SEC team currently underway, that's in Lexington, where number 19 Kentucky is out to a 41-26 lead over Tennessee Tech. After tonight, 4 of the next 5 opponents for the Wildcats are ranked teams. In Maui, the 5th place game pits Texas against 23rd ranked NC State. Longhorns have scored 205 points and shot better than 60% from the field in their first 2 games out on the island. They'll try to slow down Darion Williams for the Pack. He's averaging more than 20 per game. Will Wade's NC State team comes to Neville Arena 1 week from tonight. Now that takes us to the 2 late games. 8th-ranked Alabama meets Maryland in the nightcap in Las Vegas. Both teams lost to Gonzaga this week. Crimson Tide scored 115 points, the most for a Nate Oates-coached Alabama team in last night's win, their rout over UNLV. Meanwhile, Buzz Williams, in his first season with the Terps, they gave up 100 to the Zags yesterday in that 39-point loss. It's an 11 o'clock tip for Alabama and Maryland. Also at 11 o'clock Central, Palm Springs, California, the site, Ole Miss meets Utah in a consolation game. Third all-time meeting between the Rebels and the Utes, with the first two matchups going to Utah in 2008 and 2017. One final in the league from earlier today, 24th-ranked Vanderbilt moved its record to 6-0 to start the season, knocking off Western Kentucky down in the battle for Atlantis in the Bahamas, 83-78. Commodores got the win, and a big game offensively for Duke Miles. He scored 28 points to lead all scorers. Again, Vanderbilt now 6-0 on the season. That is what's happening in the SEC in terms of men's action. The Auburn women scheduled to take on the Cal Bears in Frisco, Texas, but they're running a little bit behind schedule, and so they are hoping to start that game in the next 5 minutes or so. If you're listening to us in the Auburn-Opelika area, you can flip over to ESPN 106.7 and catch the game if you'd like. If you're listening on the app, you could toggle back and forth between the men's game and the women's game tonight. Both those broadcasts are available on the Auburn Game Day app. We are counting it down to the Tigers and St. John's. We will hear from head coach Stephen Pearl on the other side of this timeout. Andy Burcham's exclusive pregame conversation with the head coach is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our On Cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart, or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stock fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Hey, this is DeMarcus Riddick, looking for a street legal golf cart. Diamond Golf Carts has the largest selections in the state, and the store is right off the Opelika Road, closer than you think, with the location in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville. Raising the bar since 2012, golf cart sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Carts is full service for all your golf carts need, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as Easy Go, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCart.com and drive different, drive Diamond.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
24 hours or less than 24 hours after last night, a chance to digest it. Give me your thoughts on last night and getting ready for this one, another very, very good one here tonight.
Yeah, you just got to, have a short memory and kind of put that one away, because it does us no good to, harp on a really disappointing game, disappointing performance. But you got to give them a ton of credit. They played really well. We had a lot to do with that, but at the same time, they made 14 threes. And even in the first half, when I thought we were guarding pretty well, they made a couple of tough shots, and that's going to happen sometimes. So we kind of ran into a buzzsaw. But for us, like in these situations, in these environments, like you can't sit there and just harp on it. You got to find a way to get on to the next one, because, ready or not, we have another top 15 opponent in St. John's that we have to get ready for in a very short, very quick prep. So got to digest it quickly. You got to get on to the next one, but then understand that, we have another incredible opportunity to play another top 15 team in the country in St. John's.
Talked about just how quickly you have to put that one away and get ready for this one here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because you want to be able to teach from what we did wrong, but at the same time, I feel like our guys know exactly what we did wrong. We were really bad in transition. We didn't get matched up. If we do that tonight, Sellers, number 4, we'll hit a bunch of shots. Hopkins will get downhill. Dylan Mitchell will get downhill. So we got to do a better job having a sense of urgency. I thought we were too extended last night. We weren't supposed to be, but we were too extended, and I got to do a better job as a coach of making that adjustment in game. So we won't be as extended tonight. We'll be a little more backed up in our pickup point and just kind of work on our half-court defense. Their offense, a lot of our rules can cover what they do as long as we communicate and we execute them.
You mentioned communicate. It's always important. It seems like it's even more important tonight, especially after last night.
Yeah, this team's constantly moving, and they're constantly cutting, and they're constantly trying to get really tight catches. So we got to do a great job extending their catches with the 5-man, and then we got to have great active hands with ball pressure, and then our guards got to do a great job of communicating their switches because there's going to be a lot of opportunities to switch, and switching bothers what they do. So if we guard by our principles and we execute our principles defensively, we'll have a much better performance. But if we do what we did last night, okay, St. John's, who's a very explosive offensive team, they're ranked 8th in the country in offensive efficiency, is going to have a field day. So we got to do a much better job of picking up our defense and allowing our offense to, have a little more success.
3 games in 3 nights. How important is energy out there tonight? Energy and effort.
I mean, if I have to preach for energy against a top 15 team, I shouldn't have to. Our guys should be excited about playing this game. We have an opportunity to get a quad 1A victory against a really good team, against a Hall of Fame coach. That's all you got to say. We're playing in the most prestigious tournament in college basketball. If we can find a way to go 2-1 with this field and the schedule that we've had to play, you got to look at that as a success. We got to stop talking about all these great opportunities that we have, and we got to go win one. So our guys got to go out there and execute at a high level against a really good team and try and come away with a great victory.
Defensively, give me a couple keys to look for tonight.
So we just got to communicate. We got to get back and build a wall in transition. We got to finish possessions. They're a really good offensive rebounding team. So we got to go put bodies on bodies, match their physicality, match their intensity, and go finish possessions. Because if we can finish possessions, we can get out in transition. We keep talking about how we can get out in transition, but we got to share the ball in transition. 3 assists on 22 made field goals last night is going to get you beat by 30 every time. So we got to share the ball more. I know you asked about defense, but offensively we got to be crisp. Defensively, we got to be crisp. We got to be better, okay? We played a really good team yesterday, so we can't overreact to playing a Final Four caliber team and, them playing probably their best game of the year. But we as Auburn have got to play Auburn basketball, and we got to get back to it today.
Offensively, in the half court, give me a key tonight.
We got to drive them. We got to kind of simplify what we're doing offensively. I thought we had too much in offensively yesterday, and that's on us as a staff. So, in ball screens, they struggle on refusals. So we got to refuse some of their ball screens. We got to put pressure on the rim. We got to set great screens because they don't like to switch. So we got to cut violently. Yesterday we jogged through our cuts, which was just, that's not what we do. So we got to cut hard. We got to set big screens. We got to attack downhill. We got to play off 2 feet. We got to use shot fakes, all right? And we got to assist the ball more. We got to have 15 or 20 assists tonight if we want to have a chance to win the game.
Wish you all the best tonight, War Eagle.
Thanks, War Eagle.
Welcome back to the Ford F-150 Truck Highlight Show.
We saw an outstanding performance, Andy.
It wasn't just a performance, Gabe. F-150 sent a message.
I mean, come on. Towing, payload, technology. It's one highlight after another.
Gabe, it's always game on with a Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little laugh does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
You're listening to Auburn Basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off.
Auburn and St. John's on the floor warming up. If you watch the Courtside cam on the Auburn Tigers YouTube channel, you can see that. And then when the game starts, Andy and Coach Dickey will flip that camera around, and you can watch our guys call the game tonight from Las Vegas. Let's go back out now and rejoin Coach Dickey and get his keys to the game. SunSouth presents Coach's keys to the game. SunSouth John Deere, the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Coach Dickey, your keys to this one tonight.
It's going to be big. The Tigers must take care of the basketball. Limit the turnovers for the Tigers is my number one key because of the St. John's full court, aggressive man-to-man press. Rick Pitino has always traditionally pressed from the get-go 94 feet. The Tigers have done an outstanding job. They're only averaging 8 turnovers a game, but today will be a big test to take care of that basketball. You got to defend Bryce Hopkins, Zuby, Ejiofor. Both are preseason first-team Big East, and Ejiofor is picked to be the player of the year in the Big East this upcoming conference season. Got to defend those two guys. Control the game of runs is my third one. 3 to 7 points, 7 to 11. Whether you're on the positive side or the negative side, you've got to be able to control that with your emotions. And one of the biggest keys is maintain a magic level of energy for 40 minutes, and I think the Tigers can come out victorious.
Coach, for those who are just tuning in and maybe have missed it up to this point, compare St. John's height, length, physicality, and style of play to that of Michigan that Auburn saw last night.
Well, the two frontline guys are much more active for St. John's. Now, Michigan is huge all the way around. They're 7'3" at center. They're 6'9" power forward. They're 6'9" at the big guard position. So Michigan, and they come off the bench with 2 6'9" guys, Michigan does. They're enormously huge. Also, their bodies are grown, filled out, strong, and physical. They are certainly one of the best teams in the country. Not only St. John's brings a little bit more elusiveness, a little bit more athletic ability, and they are very good. They're certainly a top 15 team as of right now. It's going to be a big challenge for the Tigers.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Look forward to your call of the game with the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, coming up here in just a little bit. The pregame medical report presented by East Alabama Health, their team of first responders, proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena and at every Auburn Athletics home event, like the Iron Bowl coming up Saturday. Tigers without Filip Jovic tonight due to a wrist injury. They're also without Abdul Bashir tonight. He will not be playing. He is suffering from an illness, and so no Bashir and no Jovic tonight for the Tigers as they get set to take on St. John's. Starting lineups and the opening tip right around the corner. One more pregame timeout, and then it's time to play basketball. Stay with us. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Welcome back to You Did a Thing, the only game show that rewards tiny victories with the new Frosted Berry Whataburger from Whataburger. Today's contestant is being challenged to spell his niece's name. He's writing too heavily on the gift, and he spelled it with an E-I-G-H. That's correct. You've earned a new Frosted Berry Whataburger with blueberry bursties, topped with sweet cold whip. Also enjoy prickly pear raspberry for a limited time.
Where were you when this happened?
Angle to the left. The ball will be placed down on the near side hash mark by Dickinson. There's the kick. Kick is away. Kick is good! Auburn 30, Alabama 20. Well, the Auburn sideline is celebrating And they just brought out the Gatorade jug, and they doused Coach Dye. He's soaking wet. 3rd down and 10 for Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth out of the shotgun is going to throw long. Looking for Sanderson. Knocked down and intercepted. Intercepted by Dennis Wallace. And this one, my friends, is history.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is Auburn football on the Auburn Sports Network.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting 5.
Pettiford, top of the circle. He'll put up a 3 to tie it. It's good! It's a high between the circles. Screen from Jovic to the left wing for 3. Good.
Anytime you set a screen for Tahad Pettiford, he comes wide open. You better look out because he can shoot it in that hole.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Murphy ahead for Overton. Drives into the lane to the basket. Good. Beautifully done. Nice steal by Murphy. Made the outlet pass to Overton, and Overton took it coast to coast all the way. At the top of the circle to Overton. Had the 3, didn't take it. Shot clock at 16. Spins down the lane. Overton. Fade away. 8-footer. Good. Beautiful little step back.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Freeman. Elijah. Good step to the hole and jams it with 2 hands. What a beautifully one dribble from way behind the 3-point line. Used the Euro step and then slammed it home. Wing for Freeman. Goes baseline to the basket. Shoots and missed it. Got it back and put it in. Extra effort play.
Elijah Freeman, West Palm Beach, Florida, Wellington High School.
Shot is up and it rolls around the rim about 5 times and Keyshawn Murphy. What an effort. What an effort. Gets a screen for Murphy. Gets to Murphy to the hole. Good. Purpose to Murphy at the top. He'll pop a wide open 3. Good. I think you're seeing the experience of Keyshawn Murphy come out in his late stages of the game.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
Gets it underneath. Hall up with a left hand scope. Left side Hall. 3-ball Hall. Good. Right wing for Keyshawn Hall. Working outside the lane. Now into the lane. Bumps his man. Gets it back up. And in with a foul. Nice one-on-one move by Keyshawn Hall.
Keyshawn Biggar Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, James Ford Road.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn 5-2 on the season, number 21 in the AP poll, 25 in the coaches poll, under the direction of first-year head coach Stephen Pearl, 6-2 in his career. Before we get to the St. John's starting lineup, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. St. John's out of the Big East, 4-2 on the year. Number 14 in the AP poll, 15 in the coaches poll, under the direction of Rick Pitino. 3rd season at St. John's, a record of 55-20. 38th season for the Hall of Famer, a record of 889 and 313. Here's the starting lineup for the Red Storm. Dylan Darling, 6'1", redshirt junior from Spokane, Washington. 5.4 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.8 assists, the transfer from Washington State and Idaho State. Josan Sainin, 6'5", and sophomore from Fall River, Massachusetts. 9.2 points, 3.3 rebounds, a transfer from Arizona State. Osiah Sellers, a 6'5" senior from Hayward, California, transferred in from Stanford. He's averaging 12.8 points, 3.8 rebounds. Bryce Hopkins from Oak Park, Illinois. played at Kentucky and at Providence. A preseason first-team All-Big East selection. He is averaging 17.3 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. And Zuby Ejiofor, transfer from Kansas, 6'9", a senior from Garland, Texas, averaging 14.2 points and a team-leading 6.7 rebounds. Darling, Sainin, Sellers, Hopkins, and Ejiofor for St. John's. Pettiford, Overton, Freeman, Hall, and Murphy for the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn in the home white uniforms tonight, tops and bottoms. Blue numerals lettering the orange trim. St. John's, the away red uniforms, tops and bottoms, with blue numerals and white letters. And it will be Murphy to jump it up for the Tigers. And he will jump it up against Zuby Ejiofor, senior out of Garland, Texas. The officials, Paul Zelk, Brian O'Connell, and Byron Jarrett. And we are underway. The tap is controlled by St. John's. They go right to the basket, go off the glass, and immediately score. Bryce Hopkins with the bucket.
They set up on that offensive tip it toward their basket. The guy chased it down. Hopkins made a nice play.
Auburn trails 2-0. Tigers basket to our left here in the first half. Just the start of things. Off the left side, pass for Freeman, off of his hand and out of bounds.
Just kind of mishandled it a little bit. He started to go to the basket before he had control of the ball. Just a little bit kind of trickled out of bounds.
Darling at the right wing for St. John's. Gets a double screen, drives off the left side, picks it up top of the circle for Ejiofor. Now top of the key for Sainin. To Darling inside the arc, right side. Low post pass knocked away by Murphy. Here's Auburn the other way.
Good defense by the Tigers.
Freeman races forward, ball deflected to Overton. At the top, it's Pettiford. DeHaat down the right side, steps back to the wing. Freeman back to the top for Pettiford. 18 to shoot. 2-0, St. John's with the lead. Auburn ball. Hall at the top. Head fake twice at three, now drives down the lane. Hangs, shoots, he didn't get it. And the rebound out of there to Sainin for St. John's. Left wing. Sainin, ball deflected. There's another steal for Auburn. And a whistle and a foul against St. John's.
Looks like Elijah Freeman's been active the last two possessions. He created a turnover the one before, got one right then. That was really good, and he ended up getting fouled that time.
Oziah Sellers whistled for the foul. First foul of this ball game. Tigers trail 2-0. Just under 19 minutes to go in the first half of play. Pettiford across midcourt, dribble. Bounce pass left side for Elijah Freeman. Gets a screen from Murphy. Hands it to Murphy on the left wing. Now backs his man down into the lane. Spins to the baseline. Back into the lane. Out to the top for Overton. 10 to shoot for Auburn. Overton with 8 to shoot. Left wing. Gets a hold of the basket. Drives and missed it. But Kevin was fouled on the play.
Really nice play. He tried to just methodically weave his way down there. Put his body into the defender and then laid it up. He almost got the ball to go into the basket, but he gets a chance for 2 free throws.
Zuby Ejiofor whistled for the foul, and Overton is at the line for Auburn to shoot 2. 71% for the free throws for Kevin Overton. First free throw is good. Auburn was not good at all from the free throw line last night.
Yeah, we'll be a little better today. It'll be starting off with one in the basket already by Overton. That's a good sign.
Opportunity to tie the game for the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma native. Left-handed shot in the air, and he got both.
Looks like the Tigers are just going to kind of worry press today. They're not pressing hot. They're just kind of picking up, being solid on defense.
Darling picked up by Overton. Bounce pass at the top, nearly stolen, but it comes to Sellers. Back to Darling on the wing. On the right side, out of the top of the circle for Ejiofor. Left wing three ball in the air for St. John's. It's missed. Rebound underneath. Red Storm shot is up, but a whistle and a jump ball on a block for Auburn. I think Murphy tied up Hopkins, and Auburn will get the arrow.
Hopkins made a tremendous move to get in position to get that offensive rebound, but the Tigers battled him and ended up tying him up, and we get the alternate possession.
They press and deflect the ball out of bounds.
That's one thing that was one of my biggest keys. You got to take care of that basketball. You can't float the basketball or make lazy passes. It's got to be crisp and firm, and be careful every time because they're going to really get after you full court.
Inbound to Pettiford. Shadowed by Darling. DeHaat across midcourt. We're tied at 2. Early going. DeHaat bounce pass at the top. It's Murphy. Off the right wing for Pettiford. Brings it off the left side of the circle to the right wing. Open three, no. Freeman drives to the basket. Jump step to the hole, and he walked. I'm not sure he walked there, Randall.
Oh, that was an outstanding move.
Sure was.
I don't think he understands the length and the stride distance that Elijah Freeman has in his game.
Whoa. 2-2 the score. St. John's with the ball. 17:45 in the first half. There's a steal by Pettiford, but it comes right back to Hopkins. At the top, Ejiofor. Right wing for Hopkins. Had a three, didn't take it. Drives down the lane, the free throw line. Top of the circle for Darling. Off the right wing, Darling. Outside the arc. Low post pass. On the wing. Wide open three ball by Sellers. He missed it. Weak side rebound, St. John's. Out of bounds off of the Tigers.
The Tigers got to do a little bit better job.
At weak side rebound right now.
Well, they got to jockey for position, put their body against the guy, and root him away from the basket because Hopkins will certainly push you in the back to try to get underneath the goal.
Out of bounds baseline left, St. John's, and a whistle and a foul, and Murphy, I think, is going to get called for the foul, and he comes up lame. It is a right leg right now for Keyshawn Hall.
First few possessions been pretty physical around the basket. Certainly on the offensive end for St. John's.
St. John's with a new shot clock. Still looking inbound. Lob it. Ejiofor up. Blocked by Freeman and a foul on Elijah.
They kind of cleared out, isolated Hopkins right in front of the basket, tossed it over the top against Hall, knowing Hall has a little bit of a sore ankle there. His lift is just not quite what it is when it's normal. Hopkins kind of got the better of him going up, and Elijah had to come over and foul him.
Hopkins 76% from the stripe. The first free throw rolls in. Out of Oak Park, Illinois, has played at both Kentucky and Providence, most recently for the Friars, a preseason first team All Big East selection.
For our listeners, Bryce Hopkins is a powerful guard forward, does his work on the perimeter and underneath the basket.
17-17, first half of play, 4-2. St. John's with the lead, Auburn with the ball. Top of the circle, Pettiford. Now Murphy straight away. Off the left wing, it's Hall. Keyshawn for three, didn't get it. Weak side rebound comes to St. John's. Auburn still looking for his first field goal of the night. Drive into the hole, there's a steal. Overton with Auburn with numbers the other way. Kevin flares out to the right hash. Low post pass for Hall against Darling. Take him to the hole. Spins into a triple team. Left wing Freeman. Low post for Murph. Spins. Goes up with the right hand. He missed the layup.
That's good ball movement. They went from one side of the floor to the other.
And there's a steal by Pettiford on the break. Stop and pop three at the top. Bang!
Yeah, nice play by Tahad Pettiford. He is a pesky defender today. He has had his hands on multiple balls early in this game. Deflection, got a steal there, and a big three-point play.
Auburn's first lead of the night, 5-4 Tigers. Ejiofor outside of the key, just inside the arc. Down the right side, it goes for Hopkins. Hopkins against Hall. He walked, got away with it, shot is blocked, and here's Pettiford the other way for Auburn. Lobs it ahead for Freeman to the hole. Double hand dunk.
Oh, slam dunk by Elijah Freeman. Holy smokes, the Tigers look good in transition offense then.
And a timeout called. 16:05 to go in the first half of play. It is the 30-second timeout, I believe. Auburn on top by a score of 7-4.
I think they changed it. I think it's a full timeout, A&E.
And so we'll take it as well. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Hey Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
7-4 Auburn leads at 16:05 in the first half of play. Timeout called by Rick Pitino, our first media timeout as well. And early on, have been very disruptive from a defensive standpoint. Auburn with has forced 5 turnovers to St. John's 2 early on, Randall.
Well, it's also created 5 points off of that, but the Tigers are much more active. Their hands are active. The quickness and the length throughout this entire year, you're going to hear this a lot, is giving the other team problems, but it's really giving St. John's the length and the quickness of the Tigers when they are real aggressive defensively, really are worrisome for the opponents.
A good start for Auburn here in this first nearly 4 minutes of the basketball game.
Good to see 5 fast break points early in this game as well.
For the Tigers, Overton, Pettiford, Freeman, Hall, Murphy. St. John's basketball. Auburn leads it by a score of 7-4. Red Storm to the basket to our right. Off the right wing, a pass to the wing. Top of the circle. Ejiofor backs it up against Murphy. Picks up the dribble. Left side with a pass. Mitchell on the wing, deflected out of bounds. Auburn ball. There's the 6th turnover.
Another good defensive presence by the Tigers. The quickness and the length. Coach Pitino called timeout then to set up and run a play. They came down. The Tigers initially covered the initial play, and then when it got the free play, they just smothered them.
Darling comes out of the ball game. Ian Jackson checks in. Near point guard. Top of the circle, Murphy for Auburn. Tigers lead 7-4. Whistle foul away from the ball. It's going to go against St. John's. Pettiford was trying to work his way through the lane and was fouled on the play.
It's one of the Tigers' best plays is when you have a small guard like Pettiford screening for a big underneath that basket. They protected Tahad that time. That's a good sign.
Inbound Hall in the lane. Up from about 8, in and out. Rebound Murphy for the Tigers.
Nice offensive rebound right there.
Top of the circle for Hall, who backs it up. Now gets the ball to Pettiford. Shot clock at 12 for Auburn. Tigers up 7-4. Pettiford, a screen for Murphy. Off the left wing, stopping top 3. Off the front of the iron, didn't get it. Rebound Murphy again. Goes back up, and they got him for a foul. They got him for a hook. Murphy had made the shot, but that goes away.
Once he got the offensive rebound, he kind of spun around to go back over his left shoulder with his offhand, his left hand just kind of put on the body, and they called him for the hook. Ooh, didn't look very violent to me.
Sainin out of the lineup for St. John's. Sellers off the left wing for Dylan Mitchell. Top of the circle for Ejiofor. 7-4 Auburn on top. Lob it underneath. Easy shot. It's up. It's missed. Point blank. Mitchell missed it. Auburn the other way. All across midcourt. Left wing Kevin Overton. Screen for Murphy. Gets another screen for Murphy. Throws it to the top for Hall. Keyshawn. Right wing for Pettiford. Tahad centers it. Behind the back dribble. Shot clock at 12 as he backs up near the center circle. Shot clock at 9. Down the left side, ball deflected. It comes to Overton with 5. Down to 4. Overton to the hole, lays it up and got it.
He is so good turning the corner. He's got great strength in his upper body. He put it on the deck, turned the corner, saw the opening, and just took advantage of it for the layup.
9-4 Auburn on top, 14-19 first half of play. Ejiofor against Murphy. Top of the key. Gives it up to Huskins. Back to Ejiofor underneath. Head fake, goes up and scores.
They like to go to that high-low. Here comes that press again.
Freeman off the inbound to Pettiford. They'll back it up now. And Jackson will shadow Pettiford across midcourt. Tahad turns right side Hall. Down the lane. Overton from about 5. He didn't get it.
Good flex cut right there.
And a steal. Oh, near steal by Pettiford. St. John's the other way. Right wing, Jackson. Low post, throws it away right to Freeman.
Another good steal by Elijah Freeman. Backside rotation on the defensive end. Good play.
Throws it inside the arc, down the left side for Hall. Hall, skip pass, right corner to Hod. 3, in and out. Rebound Jackson for St. John's.
Tigers are moving the ball, finding open people. Just did not go down that time.
9-6 Auburn. Right wing, 3 ball. Sellers to tie it. Didn't get it. Rebound Murphy for Auburn.
Big long arm. Roped that rebound in.
Outlet Pettiford all the way to the hole with the left hand go.
Beautiful. Just that hesitation move is the best in the country. From any point guard to Hod Pettiford just freezes him, and he just blew right past him for the layup.
Tigers by 5. They go to the low post for Ejiofor. In the lane, up with the right hand, it's good.
Letting the ball get deep. One thing that St. John's does, they run their offense, everything around the top of the key or around the elbow area, which puts the ball in the center of the court and gives the passer lots of options. That high-low really worked then.
11-8, Auburn on top of St. John's. Hall down the left side of the lane, gets cut off near the baseline. Now backs his way in. Behind the back pass, Murphy up and good.
What a play, and even a better finish by Keyshawn Murphy. The double keys, the KK pass, one to the other.
13-8, Auburn on top. 12-21 in the first half. Underneath. They bring it back out to the top now, Ian Jackson. Jackson, top of the key for Ejiofor. Trying to get it underneath for Mitchell. Ejiofor lost the ball, got it back. Shot clock at 10. Ejiofor to Jackson. Gets a screen down the left side of the lane to the hole. He got it.
Kind of had the angle on him. We were a little bit late on a rotation coming across to help our teammate that time, and he ended up making the layup.
Jackson, a sophomore from Bronx, New York, cuts Auburn's lead to 3. 11:52 in the first half. Overton, top of the key. To Murphy down the lane. Against Ejiofor with the right hand. Swish!
Nice high-low by the Tigers that time from Kevin Overton at the top of the key. Down low to Keyshawn Murphy.
11:35 first half. Auburn on top by 5. 3 ball, left wing, St. John's. It's missed. Rebound Overton the other way for Auburn. Down the left sideline, Kevin Overton. Pulls up at the wing. Throws it top of the circle for Pettiford. Shot clock at 20 as Pettiford backs up near midcourt. Gets a screen from Hall. Down the lane. Pettiford to the hole with the right hand, he scores.
Really nice play. The Tigers have changed their ball screen offense, letting Keyshawn Hall set the screen for Pettiford, opening up the wide open lane down for 2 points again.
17-10, Auburn on top. 11 minutes in the first half. Ejiofor free throw line. Top of the circle, Jackson for 3. No. Long rebound, Pettiford the other way for Auburn. At the wing. On the wing, Freeman. Freeman drives to the basket. Head fake up, and they got him for a walk. Had he just gone directly to the basket, he gets a layup, and the timeout is called. In the first half, Auburn on top of St. John's by a score of 17-10. 10:46 to go in the first half. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regents.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary.
Yes.
Official bank of the SEC.
Brad will bring it out,
FDIC.
and then can you bring Randall's mic up just a touch?
Before ants, termites, and other pests invade your home by calling Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system protect your home from unwanted pests and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. Make the right call and call the South's most trusted name in pest control for a free inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Auburn women's basketball returns home Sunday, November 30th, for what is the only home game for nearly a month. The Tigers host the Oregon Ducks at 2 p.m. Central. Tickets are available at aubtix.com. It is your last chance to see Coach Vickers and the Tigers at home until December 18th. Make your plans now to see Auburn take on Oregon in Neville Arena. Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Central. War Eagle.
Brad Law, Auburn Sports Network Studios, checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. Tennessee trying to pull away from Kansas. 15 minutes to play, 55-43. Volunteers lead the Jayhawks in the third-place game at the Players Era Festival. Auburn women in action against Cal in Frisco, Texas. Ariel Jackson has already nailed 3 threes. Auburn leads Cal 28-24. Did you know, Andy Burcham and Randall Dickey, that Las Vegas hosts an average of about 150 weddings per day? Now you do. Back to the voice of the Tigers and Coach Dickey out in Las Vegas.
I haven't seen any of those wedding chapels at all here. I'm sure they're there. Get the quickie wedding and perhaps a quickie divorce.
Maybe we can look for those after the game tonight as we stroll through the strip.
Auburn 17, St. John's 10. St. John's basketball.
Tigers are off to a good start. Good segment right here. If we could just sustain the magic level of defensive intensity, the Tigers are in good shape.
Edge of 4 against Oporum. Drops at the low post for Hoskins. Hoskins over Sebastian Williams-Adams. He didn't get it. Rebound comes to Hoskins and a whistle and a foul on Auburn.
That ball's up in the air. Yeah. Guys have got to put their mitts on it and pull it down.
Sebastian Williams-Adams whistled for the foul. His first for the freshman out of Houston, Texas. And it will be Hoskins at the line. Make that Hopkins at the line, shooting 76%. Right-handed shooter, makes it.
Looks like they're going to run everything on any dead ball plays, on the set plays. They're going to try to go to Hopkins either on a high-low. They're going to try to keep the ball in his hands because he's such an efficient scorer.
Hopkins makes both.
Here comes the press again. They're a little bit hot.
Sebastian Williams-Adams looking for an inbound. Gets it to Overton near a double team. They backed off the double team, so KO will bring it up the floor. 10:23 in the first half. Auburn on top, 17-12. Pettiford between the rings. Guarded by Dylan Mitchell there. Guarded by Oziah Sellers. Screen off the left wing. Pettiford backs up outside the arcade to shoot. Right wing Hall. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams. 4 in the shot clock. Drives, head fake, fade away. Didn't get it. Rebound tapped up, it's missed. And the rebound to St. John's.
Made a good move at it. He was kind of point blank. It just didn't go down.
Hopkins all the way to the hole, goes up and he missed it. Rebound Auburn the other way. Hall breaks out up the right side across midcourt. He's not scored yet. Goes up, draws a foul. They'll go to the line for 2. And Keyshawn gets some help from Emeka Oporum. Gets up and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Keyshawn Hall came down the floor that time, made an inside-outside dribble, put it on the deck, froze his defender, got around him. He ended up drawing the foul, but I thought he was shooting the ball.
I did too. Inbound in the corner. Hall, Pettiford, a screen from Oporum. Left wing, underneath for Emeka. Through his hand and out of bounds. If he catches it, he just turns around and dunks it.
Oh, it's an amazing pass by Tahad Pettiford. It just went right through Oporum's hands.
17-12, Auburn on top. 9:31 in the first half of play. Hopkins out at the top. Gets the ball back from Mitchell. Hopkins on the wing. Edge of 4. Works on Oporum to the basket. Put it up. It was blocked, and it's a goal team.
Everything that St. John's does is around that free throw line. The elbows, they just wheel. They just keep cutting until they get a late defender, and then they drive it to the basket.
Trims Auburn's lead to 3, 17-14. 9:16 in the first half of play. Kevin Overton to the right hash mark for the Tigers. Auburn has made 4 of its last 5 shots.
Auburn's done a really good job tonight, being methodical, executing their offensive plays.
Hall draws a double team on the right wing. Somebody's got to be open. Low post to Purum. Out to the top, around the perimeter. Left wing drive to the hole by Overton. Banks it in from the left side.
I love to see the Auburn Tigers where every player touches the ball on the offensive possession. It goes from one side to the other and ended up getting a layup by Kevin Overton.
Edge of 4. Right wing for Hopkins. Had a 3, didn't take it. Drives to the free throw line, lost. Here's Sebastian Williams-Adams the other way. Ahead for Pettiford. To the hole, up and under. Got it!
What a layup. That Tahad Pettiford is knifing to the basket like a true point guard with ultra speed today.
Auburn 4 straight points, 9 on the night for Pettiford. Tigers lead it by 7. 21-14. Low post. Mitchell. Skip into the corner. 3 ball by Sellers is good. That is the 14th three of the year for Isaiah Sellers. Trims Auburn's lead to 4. 21-17 Tigers, 8 minutes to go in the first half. Dahad Pettiford across midcourt for the Tigers. To Keyshawn Hall. Drives down the right side of the lane to the hole. Great pass, Sebastian Williams-Adams dunks it home.
What a pass by Keyshawn Hall. He drives it hard down the lane. Sebastian Williams-Adams' man comes over, stops him, and he just spoon-feeds him for a dunk.
23-17 Auburn. 7:48 to go in the first half of play. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio. For the win! Got it! Let's go! Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go. Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone! Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Back to Las Vegas for more Auburn basketball in the Players Era Championship.
Nice first half presented by Southern Union, conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn. Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. With 7:48 to go in the first half, Auburn with a 23-17 lead on St. John's. The Tigers are 10 of 18 from the field. St. John's 6 of 16 from the field. Rebounding right now even at 9 apiece. Leading scorer for the Tigers, Dahad Pettiford with 9, 6 for Kevin Overton. 8 points for Zuby Ejiofor to lead St. John's here tonight.
Well, the defense has really been good. We got 7 points off turnovers. I think the biggest thing that concerns St. John's right now, Auburn's got 18 total points in the paint. They're really attacking the basket. 9 of those is fast break points.
And twice as many assists in the first half as Auburn had all last night against Michigan. 6
Auburn
assists
is as
in the
good as
first
anybody
half.
in the country. When they share the ball, when everybody touches the ball and they make the defense move, they're so athletic and so quick to the basket. They sure do a good job offensively.
Isaiah Sellers walks it across midcourt, picked up by Caden Magwood. He takes over at the point. At top of the key for Hopkins. Picked up by Sebastian Williams-Adams on a curl. Sellers back to the top for Hopkins. Low post for Ejiofor against Murphy. Goes up and he scores and gets fouled. That's a ticky-tack foul right there. But it's the second foul on Keyshawn Murphy. Great shot by Ejiofor. But Ejiofor jumped into Murphy, and Murphy was the one called for the foul.
Must have been just a foul of verticality that time. I'm not quite sure, but it looked like a clean play. It was just a good offensive move.
Hopkins out of the lineup for St. John's. And into the lineup is Sadiku Eben Ayo. Free throw good by Hopkins.
Here comes that press again after the three-point play made.
Three-point play by St. John's cuts Auburn's lead to 2-3. Magwood up the floor for the first time tonight. At the point. Caden, a bounce pass. Keyshawn Hall, top of the circle for Murphy. Keyshawn, bounce pass off the right side. Elijah Freeman, right back to Murphy underneath. Fade away, baseline right, didn't get it. Rebound kept alive, and it comes to Murphy from Sway. 17 to shoot. Murphy, bounce pass out to the top. Keyshawn Hall.
Smart play. Value this possession. You get offensive second chance opportunity. Take advantage of it.
To the basket, Hall banked it in. Oh, what a play by Keyshawn Hall.
Man, that was a really good one-on-one move. Snaked his way across from the top of the key down the paint.
Edge of 4 to the hole, goes up, and he gets fouled on the play. Auburn's having trouble with Zuby edge of 4 for St. John's right now, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Just being aggressive. St. John's has not changed their game plan. They're going high-low. They're driving the bigs up. They feel like that they can take advantage of Auburn's bigs laterally, and they have done so a few times this game.
Boy, did they call that one on Murphy? If they did, it's his 3rd foul of the half.
I don't think there's any doubt.
Edge of 4, his free throw is good. Murph goes to the bench with 3 fouls. Doggone it. On a night where the Tigers do not have Filip Jovic with an injured wrist. So Auburn gets smaller as Overton comes back into the lineup for the Tigers.
Just kind of got to get through this half without Murph.
And St. John's is about to get bigger as Reuben Prey at 6'11" comes in, replacing Ejiofor, who knocked home the free throw.
I want to give the opportunity for Williams Adams to kind of emerge here. He and Keyshawn Hall will be the frontline guys for the Tigers.
Inbound to Freeman, now right back to Hall up the floor. Right hand dribble. Hall, top of the circle between the legs to the right hand to the free throw line. Right wing for Freeman. Auburn's lead is 3, 25-22. Magwood, a screen from Hall, double team. Off the left wing, it's Overton. Low post, threw it away. St. John's basketball.
Trying to post up Keyshawn Hall and just didn't get it there.
They get it underneath for Prey. Turnaround jumper, good. One-point game.
They're going straight point blank, high-low, right underneath that basket, utilizing the St. John's size over the Tigers right now.
Inbound and another turnover for Auburn. St. John's, Sellers to the hole, hands it underneath, shot is up, it's missed. And the rebound out of there to St. John's. Auburn's lead is 25-24, St. John's ball. Prey off the left wing. Drive, pull-up jumper. It's no good. Weak side rebound. St. John's underneath. Prey up, he missed the bunny. And the rebound pulled in with the right-hand hook of Elijah Freeman.
That was good to see him be aggressive and grab that rebound because St. John's has really dominated offensive glass on that last 2 possessions.
Auburn leads by 1. Magwood, free throw line, in the lane, 14-foot fadeaway, good!
Nice basket by Magwood. He really did a nice job getting to the paint and rising up over the top of the defender.
Auburn by 3, 5:17, first half of play. Sainin for St. John's at the right wing. Top of the circle for the 6'11" Prey. Left wing, Sellers. Into the left corner, wide open 3 ball, good, we're tied.
Going to have to cover that guy. He floated wide open. They got a good look. They're really not going to be bashful. And that press, they get another deflection right then.
Sadiko Abin Ayo's second three-pointer of the season ties the ball game. And then he deflected the ball out of bounds. Magwood to the bench. Pettiford back into the lineup for Auburn. Joining Overton, Sebastian Williams-Adams, Keyshawn Hall, and Elijah Freeman. We're tied at 27.
And we got Tahad back in now, orchestrating the offense.
Bounce pass at the top is Freeman. Elijah puts it on the floor and drives. Picks it up. Skip pass, right wing for Pettiford. Shot clock at 10. Tahad drives. Ball deflected and a steal for St. John's. A chance for the Red Storm to take the lead.
St. John's defense had picked up their tempo.
All the way to the hole. Ball blocked out of bounds. Sebastian Williams-Adams off the hand of Dylan Mitchell. St. John's ball with 22 to shoot.
Big possession here for the Auburn Tigers. You got 4:28 on the clock. You're going to get a 4-minute media whistle here in just a minute to kind of regroup. But you got to get through this 28 seconds. On defensively, you need to win this possession.
Out of bounds, baseline right for St. John's. The inbound near the corner for Oziah Sellers. Sellers brings it to the right wing. Passes to the free throw line for Mitchell. Mitchell into the left corner. Drive to the hole. Head fake up. He missed it. Rebound St. John's.
Another
Mitchell,
offensive rebound.
Back up. No. Rebound tapped up and again. Prey up and a foul. Auburn's got to do a better job on the glass. Auburn just has to be more physical on the glass right now.
They're letting St. John's push us right up underneath the basket, and you don't need to be directly underneath it. You need to have a little bit of space between the goal and where you are, but they're letting St. John's push us deep underneath that basket.
Second foul on Keyshawn Hall, and Ruben Prey at the line to shoot two. He's from Lisbon, Portugal. Not a good free throw shooter so far. 43%. His first is good.
I look for the Tigers to take Keyshawn Hall out. Since you've got 2 fouls with 4:09, you're going to get a media timeout. I guess they're going to take.
Well, Overton will get a rest going into the timeout break. Simon Walker into the lineup for Auburn. 4:09 to go first half. St. John's up by 1. Prey missed the second free throw. The rebound is Sebastian Williams-Adams.
They did such a good job boxing out. They let the ball hit the floor. They got to go ahead and release and go retrieve that basketball in the air.
Pettiford between the circles. Drives off the right side. Stays outside the arc. Now down the left side. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Up and a foul. Prey got him.
Good high-low pass by Tahad Pettiford to Sway down underneath the basket. Let's regroup at this media timeout.
Sway will shoot 2 when we come back. 3:50 in the first half. The score. St. John's 28, Auburn 27. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
56-yarder. Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see. I cannot believe it. 34-28.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is Auburn football on the Auburn Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that. We will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A stick nuggets.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios, buckling in for the Conecuh halftime report. We'll have an update on Tennessee, Kansas. Jayhawks closing the gap, by the way. Auburn women's basketball underway in the second half against Cal. Tigers lead. We'll give you those details. Take a look around Auburn athletics as a whole, plus all the pertinent stats from the first 20 minutes. That is another 3 minutes and 50 seconds of game action away on Conecuh halftime. Let's send you back to Las Vegas, where it is illegal to ride a camel on any Las Vegas highway. Here's Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
It's good to know. I know Randall has been tempted while he's been here.
I only had one opportunity. I'm glad I turned it down since it's illegal.
28-27 St. John's, 3:50 in the first half. Sebastian Williams-Adams at the line to shoot 2 for Auburn. Of late, it's the points in the paint for St. John's. Specifically, they're rebounding. 8 offensive rebounds for the Red Storm. A reminder, Auburn with Keyshawn Murphy on the bench with 3 fouls. Free throw by Sebastian Williams-Adams. It is good. We're tied.
Well, that's another thing. The turnovers are up to 8 total. That's Auburn's average. With 3:50 to go in the first half, got to take care of that basketball.
Second free throw by Sway, in and out. Tied at 28, 3:47 in the first half of play. St. John's basketball. Josiah Sellers drives off the left wing. Leaves it there for Oda. Top of the circle for Mitchell. Mitchell inside the arc to the right wing for Jackson. Bounce pass, Ejiofor in the key. Off the right side, it's Jackson. 3 ball straight away. He didn't get it. Another offensive rebound for St. John's, and Auburn gets called for the foul.
Just a strong physical presence.
Sebastian Williams-Adams just picked up his second.
Zuby Ejiofor just muscles his way in underneath that basket. Tigers doing everything they can do to kind of push him out of the way, but that time they had to foul him to do it.
Ejiofor, a 60% free throw shooter coming into tonight, but he is perfect on the night, 5 of 5. At the line for a couple. Auburn has not been able to control this guy tonight. Free throw is good.
Well, he's been on fire. He's just been a man among boys around that basket. He's got 13 points, 3 rebounds on 4 or 5 shooting, and he is, 7 for 7 from the free throw line now?
6 of 6.
6 of 6.
Yeah.
Pretty productive in only 14 minutes of play.
He missed that one, and the rebound comes to Kansas.
Can't tip it. You got to put your mitts on it and pull it down, guys.
St. John's, Ejiofor at the top. Io, 3 ball, no. Auburn gets the rebound.
Great box out by Keyshawn Hall there.
Down 1 Auburn basketball. Hall top of the circle, leads for Freeman. To Pettiford, near the way on the right wing. Bounce pass at the top, Sebastian. Left wing for Walker. Top of the circle, Pettiford. Had a 3, didn't take it. Drives off the right side against Ejiofor. Whistle foul away from the ball. I think they're going to get Ian Jackson for St. John's.
One of the things that St. John's has done that the Tigers have slowed in their offense, St. John's have gone to a switching defense on any ball screen action to hod Pettiford down, to keep somebody in his face at all times. They changed that. Instead of hard hedging and getting back to your man, they're switching off on him.
Out of bounds baseline right as Oporum and Overton return to the Auburn lineup. Inbound, right corner Freeman. Low post, Sebastian Williams-Adams in a double team. Whistle and he walked. That's Auburn's 9th turnover of the ball game.
He had a good position that time. I thought he was just going to turn around there and shoot it, but he ended up kind of do something a little unorthodox and drug his foot.
St. John's with the 1-point lead and the basketball. Jackson between the circles. Right wing for Io. Back to the top for Jackson. Left wing. Splits a double team down the lane. Kicks it into the corner for Io. He drives, hangs, shoots and scores.
He has sure been a spark off the bench for the St. John's Red Storm today.
Io with 5 points off the bench. St. John's a 3-point lead, 31-28. Sebastian Williams-Adams drives against the press. Into the corner it goes for Freeman, right side. Into the lane, Elijah to Oporum. Emeka hands the ball to Pettiford. Auburn trails by 3. Tahad with 10 to shoot. At the top, 8 to shoot. Pops a 3 to tie it. No. Rebound. Out of bounds off of St. John's. Nope, they gave the ball to St. John's.
Our offense is just a little bit stymied on that possession right there. Instead of passing to improve the angle to help his teammates out, we're passing just to kind of get rid of it, because the pressure of St. John's has certainly, the intensity has picked up.
There's a steal for Pettiford on the right wing, into the lane. Jump step to the hole off the glass, he didn't get it. Rebound St. John's. Auburn's gone 3.5 minutes without a field goal. Drive to the hole, put it up and in. Jackson fouled by Oporum.
4-point turnaround right there. Yeah. 2 that we didn't get and 2 that they've got, and now they got an opportunity to get at the free throw line.
With 1:46 to go in the first half. 33-28, St. John's with the lead. And Jackson at the line for the and one. And it's good. Josan Sainin is into the lineup. He replaces Jackson. Bench points right now in favor of St. John's, 13-5. And the Red Storm lead Auburn 34-28.
They are really pressing hard up here, denying the inbounds pass everywhere.
Inbound Kevin Overton. Auburn trying to snap a 6-0 run right now by St. John's. Screened by Oporum for Overton. To Pettiford, top of the key. Tahad, crossover dribble down the lane to the basket, put it up, no. Rebound Oporum, head fake, goes up, blocked out of bounds by St. John's. Auburn ball with 8 to shoot. 1:24 in the first half. St. John's leads Auburn 34-28. Auburn will trigger baseline right. Tigers have gone 2 minutes and 26 seconds without scoring.
We haven't had many of these baseline out of bounds. The Tigers are usually really good.
Inbound and a steal. It's going to be a breakaway basket for St. John's and a dunk.
The responsibility of the passer is to get the ball to his teammates so he can do something with it. That time we just kind of floated the ball up, hoping he was going to get there. St. John's runs under it all the way to the basket.
8-0 run right now by St. John's. Leads Auburn 36-28. Pettiford, top of the key. Off the left wing for Overton. 58 seconds in the first half. 13 on the shot clock. Kevin on the floor with the left hand. On the wing, picks it up. Hits Pettiford at the top. 6 to shoot for Auburn. Tahad, step back 3 ball. Nope, it's short. Rebound, Sebastian Williams-Adams up and in.
That's way to go strong to the basket there. Sway, he snatched the ball off the glass as the offensive rebound and stuck it back in.
Yeah, he got hit on the way up and Auburn didn't get the call. 30 seconds in the first half. St. John's 36, Auburn 30. They can basically work for a final shot. Game and shot clock are about 5 seconds apart. Right wing Sellers to Ejiofor against Oporo. Off the right side. Left wing, Ejiofor. 5 to shoot for 3. Yes. His third 3 of the year.
Got to get to the basket right here.
Pettiford drives all the way. Pull-up jumper off the glass. It's no good.
Gave it a good effort right there. Energy level in the last segment. Red Stormers had the energy level. They picked up the tempo, gained the momentum. Kind of got after the foul trouble with Murphy. Tigers have lost just a little bit of an edge. Let's regroup at halftime, come back and win this first 5 minutes of the second half.
Biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Halftime. This consolation matchup between Auburn and St. John's in Las Vegas. At the half, St. John's 39, Auburn 30. Time now for Conecuh halftime. And here is Brad Law.
Okay, Andy, thank you. They talk about the middle eight in college basketball. Well, the first half of that, the last 4 minutes of the first half, certainly went to St. John's as Rick Pitino's squad has made its last 4 shots. Auburn goes into the locker room needing to heat up. Tigers made just 1 of their last 7 in the first half. All right, we start with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. SEC teams in action. Kansas has come all the way back to lead 17th-ranked Tennessee now. 5 minutes to go just across town from Auburn there in Las Vegas. It is the third-place game, and the Jayhawks lead 68-64. The Jayhawks are plus 11 in the second half. Tennessee kind of controlled the pace of play in the first half, and much like Tennessee flipped the script on Houston in yesterday's game, Kansas has done the same to Rick Barnes and company tonight. Now, still a lot of time in this game. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Jayhawks over the Volunteers, 68-64. Also in the SEC, a couple of final scores. 24th-ranked Vanderbilt got by Western Kentucky down at the Battle for Atlantis, 83-78. Duke Miles scored 28 points for the Commodores in the win. And 19th-ranked Kentucky, one final tune-up before a more difficult part of their schedule. They beat up on Tennessee Tech tonight, 104-54. In fact, Kentucky scored 61 points in the second half alone. That would have been enough to win the game. 104-54. Cats get the win. They are 5-2. Their 2 losses on the year have come away from Rupp Arena. 4 of the next 5 opponents for the Cats are ranked in the top 25. Still to come tonight, you've got Texas taking on NC State in the Maui Invitational 5th place game. That game scheduled to get underway in about 40 minutes in Maui. And then at 11 o'clock Central tonight, a pair of games, consolation game in Palm Springs, California between Ole Miss and Utah, and also 8th-ranked Alabama at the Players Era Festival will close up shop against Maryland. That is another 11 o'clock Central start. Top 25 scores outside of the SEC. Not many of them, and 2 of them took place in Las Vegas as Houston pulled away from Notre Dame 66-56, and Iowa State crushed Syracuse 95-64. Outside of Las Vegas, one of the top 25 team in action, and that was number 20, Texas Tech, cruising past New Orleans 82-50. Red Raiders now 5-2 on the season and 4-0 in Lubbock. Still to come tonight, you've got 6th-ranked Louisville taking on the New Jersey Institute of Technology. That game gets underway at the top of the hour. And then the championship game of the Players Era Festival at 8:30 tonight, so about 40 minutes away. It pits 7th-ranked Michigan against number 12 Gonzaga. Zags beat up on Maryland by 39 yesterday in order to advance to that championship game. Let's update on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Auburn women's basketball. What a Donnybrook they are in Frisco, Texas against the Cal Bears. Back and forth they go. Auburn leads 35-34 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tigers have just hit a 3 as well. Bayoso just hit a 3 to put them up by 4. So 38-34, Tigers have the lead over the Bears. If you're listening on the app and you want to flip over and catch Britt Bowen on the call, you can certainly do that. You could toggle between the two for the rest of those games tonight. Auburn leads Cal 38-34, trying to keep the unbeaten start to the season intact. And they're playing at home against Oregon Sunday at 2 p.m. So I'd encourage you, if you're coming to town for the Iron Bowl, going to stick around Saturday night, stick around long enough, get yourself some tickets, and watch the Auburn women in action against Oregon at 2 o'clock Sunday at Neville Arena. All right, Auburn trails St. John's at the half, 39-30. A brief look around Auburn athletics comes your way next as a part of Conecuh Halftime. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Live sports radio, bringing you inside Neville Arena for all the action of men's and women's basketball game day with no delay. Every dunk, block shot, and steal, plus all the analysis from our Hall of Fame coaches, all with no delay. $25 new or $10 to reprogram the one you already have. Also, use it for every broadcast of home baseball and softball games this spring, all with no delay. With live sports radio, presented by Alpha Insurance.
St. John's went on a run over the last couple of minutes of the first half, and they lead Auburn 39-30 here at Conecuh Halftime. I'm Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Auburn Bank presents this quick look around Auburn athletics. We mentioned women's basketball before. I'm going to give you a couple more details about this game. Auburn leads Cal now 42-38, inside a minute to go in the third quarter. Arielle Jackson, the only Tiger in double figures, she has 15. She's 6 of 9 shooting, 3 of 3 from long range in this game tonight. Tigers with the 4-point edge. We mentioned they're at home Sunday against Oregon. Auburn leads this game despite being out-rebounded by 8 at this juncture of the ballgame. So that's your women's basketball update. Football will spend some part of Thanksgiving Day preparing for the 90th Iron Bowl. Auburn enters the rivalry game with some offensive momentum. The Tigers have put up 500 yards of total offense in back-to-back games. That's the first time that's happened since the 2021 season. Kickoff Saturday, specifically, 6:49 p.m. We're on the air with the Tiger Tailgate Show at 3:30 Central. We're set up on our stage across from the Cam Newton statue. Would love for you to come by, say hello, be a part of the show. We've got great special guests lined up. Going to share some Iron Bowl memories and talk about what it'll take for Auburn to get the win over Alabama Saturday night. It's the 90th Iron Bowl, the 17th time Auburn has hosted the Auburn-Alabama game. Men's basketball trails St. John's by 9, 39-30 here at Conecuh halftime. Before we go further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn shot a higher percentage than St. John's, but they have gotten to the free throw line more, and they have made more threes. We'll give you all of the stats when we come back to the studio. That's when Conecuh halftime continues in a moment.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regents.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Ejiofor, right wing for Hopkins. Had a three, didn't take it. Drives to the free throw line, lost. Here's Sebastian Williams-Adams the other way. Ahead for Pettiford. To the hole, up and under. Got it!
All right, some early offense there for the Tigers. Auburn started the half 50%, 7-14 from the floor. Cooled off a little bit down the stretch, missed 6 of their final 7 shots in the first half. Meanwhile, St. John's heated up down the stretch, and as a result, it is St. John's with the 9-point lead, 39-30. Time to take a look at your SeatGeek halftime stats. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets, so you could be a part of all the courtside action this season, whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn basketball. Let's go Tigers, SeatGeek. Okay, shooting percentages, Auburn at 46%, 13 of 28. St. John's 42%, 13 of 31. So an equal number of makes for the two teams. Tigers with 3 fewer attempts. But St. John's made 3 of 10 triple tries. Auburn just 1 of 6 from long range. Now, a lower percentage of their attempts are coming from three-point land compared to last night for sure, but still just 1 of 6 from long range. And 10 of them, Auburn 3 of 4 at the stripe. So St. John's with a +7 edge at the free throw line and 2 additional points from the three-point line. Add those together, it's 9. That's the difference in the ballgame. Mentioned, Auburn above their season average in turnovers already. They gave it away 10 times in the first half. St. John's with 13 points off turnovers. 10 offensive rebounds, but only 6 second chance points for Rick Pitino's club in the first half. Points off the bench, St. John's has the edge there, 15-7. Quick look at individual numbers. Ejiofor was the star. Zuby Ejiofor, 17 points on his own. He was 5 of 6 shooting, pulled down 3 rebounds, also 6 of 7 at the free throw line as well. Auburn was led in scoring by Tahad Pettiford, 4 of 11. 11 of Auburn's 28 shot attempts came from Tahad. He had 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in the first half of play. So it all adds up to a 9-point deficit. Tigers will try to start the comeback. We'll send you back to Las Vegas on the other side of this timeout. 39-30, Tigers trail. Thanks for listening to Connect at Halftime. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
This is Ray Hornsby at Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing. We believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It is about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. Honest service, faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated, slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Second half about to begin in Las Vegas. St. John's will have the ball to open the half. Red Storm went on a run at the end of that half. Hit their last 4 field goals. Auburn was just one of its last 7. And as a result, St. John's with the biggest lead of the ball game for either team, 39-30. St. John's, Randall Dickey. What does Auburn have to do in this second half of play?
Got to take care of the ball. That was my number one key to the game today for the Tigers to be successful. Has got to take care of the basketball. The St. John's full court press is relentless, and it's going to happen every possession. The Tigers must maintain their composure, be strong with the basketball, and make sharp, quick passes. I think if we do that, get back to playing a little bit quicker defensively, a little bit more physical, I think the Tigers will be okay.
Auburn will start the second half with Keyshawn Hall, Elijah Freeman, Tahad Pettiford, Sebastian Williams-Adams, and Kevin Overton. So Sway starts the second half for Murphy, who had 3 fouls in the first half of play. St. John's basketball. Mitchell starts the second half for the Red Storm. Drives out to the left wing. Low post now. Ejiofor into the lane. Kicks it right wing. 3 ball in the air by Hopkins. He didn't get it. Rebound tapped out, and it comes right back to Hopkins. To the free throw line. Hands the ball straight away. 3 ball Sellers. No. And the rebound underneath for Ejiofor up, and he missed it in the foul.
They got 2 extra opportunities that time on the offensive glass and end up drawing the foul. Tigers must do a better job, be a little bit more physical around that basket and box those guys out. But when the ball is in the air, they must pursue it with relentless effort.
Free throws coming up for Ejiofor. And his first gives St. John's a double-digit lead. 40-30 St. John's.
Because they're not going to change their game plan. They're going to try to continue to go high-low, jam the ball into Hopkins, let him go one-on-one, or they can throw it back out to Ejiofor,
who takes the lead to 11. He's had a terrific ball game tonight. Auburn just hasn't been able to stop him. 41-30, St. John's, and a foul before Auburn can inbound the ball. I think it's Josan Sanan, his first. Full court pressure by St. John's. Inbound comes to Overton. Ahead to Freeman. Drives down the right side to the basket, goes up. Made the shot, but they're going to say he was fouled out on the court.
I thought that rule changed this year where the continuation is a little bit after an extra bounce. Really good move by Elijah Freeman that time. We threw over the top of the press, broke it, got it to Elijah, let him take it to the basket.
Ejiofor was called for his second Auburn ball. Right wing three ball by Hall. Good.
It's a good play off the flex cut. They cut hard on the baseline, step Keyshawn back behind the three-point line, wide open for the three.
41-33. St. John's with the lead in the basketball and out of bounds off St. John's. Elijah Freeman reached in and tapped the ball off Dylan Mitchell.
A lot better that time. Elijah Freeman is a deceiving defensive player. He can use his length. He's quick with his hands.
And a foul on the inbound. Uzziah Sellers guarding Overton.
They're just really being aggressive.
Well, at least they're being called for it now.
They certainly are. They're going to make them back off that time.
They'll back off the press now. They have 3 fouls in the first couple minutes, or first minute of the second half. Down 8, Auburn ball.
Tigers
Overton.
need to be aggressive.
Sebastian Williams-Adams at the point, left wing for Overton. Low post Hall, one dribble to the hole. He banked it up and scored.
Beautiful isolation plays across screen, but to Hod Pettifer to get Keyshawn Hall the ball right on the block, and he can really stick it in the basket and made a good angle play that time.
5-0 run by Keyshawn Hall. Auburn within 6, 41-35. St. John's ball down the lane to the hole. They kick it into the corner for Sellers. Inside the arc from about 12. He didn't get it. Long rebound tapped out off of Auburn.
Tigers did a good job defensively. They're rotating, helping each other. One thing I'd like to see us do is finish it off by retrieving the defensive rebound.
Out of bounds down the right sideline, St. John's ball, leading Auburn 41-35. Inbound Ejiofor with 17 to shoot. Off the left wing. Top of the circle for Ejiofor. Working, spins down the lane, kicks it on the wing. Left wing three in the air by Sanan. Good.
Anytime you drive it deep, you get it in the heart of the defensive end, inside the paint, it makes the defense collapse, opens up shooters. That's what St. John's did just then.
9-point lead for the Red Storm. Auburn basketball. Pettiford, bounce pass, left side for Overton. A screen from Hall. To the top of the key, leaves it left wing. 3 ball in the air from Keyshawn, didn't get it. Weak side rebound, good one there for Sebastian Williams. Off the left wing, 3 ball, Overton, yes, and a foul!
What a play, what a pass by Sebastian Williams-Adams to skip pass it from the block to the opposite wing to the open Kevin Overton. He made a really nice 3-point shot and got fouled. Got a chance for 4 right here.
The foul whistled against Dylan Mitchell. The 3 ball by Overton, his 10th of the season, his first on the night. Mitchell comes out for St. John's. And Io is in there for the Red Storm.
He really brought some energy when he came in the game in the first half for St. John's. The Tigers have got to match that.
Overton's free throw is good. A 4-point play for Auburn.
Outstanding 4-point play by the Tigers then.
44-39. Tigers within 5 after trailing by 11. Ejiofor at the top. Stolen. A steal. Here's Hall the other way. Deflected by Sebastian Williams-Adams. Keyshawn to the hole. Up and missed it. Rebound, tap in.
Beautiful tap in. Elijah Freeman put his long arms over the top of all the crowd around the basket and tipped it in. What a play. The Tigers are playing well.
3-point game. 6-0 run by Auburn. Rick Pitino calls a timeout. 17-16 in the second. St. John's 44, Auburn 41. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Nugget Bells, Nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
we will pack the car with gifts, and of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Keyshawn Hall had 2 points in the first half. He has he has 7 alone in the second. And Auburn, which trailed by 11 at the start of this half, after a couple free throws by Zuby Ejiofor, has gone on a 6-0 run. The Tigers have cut the lead to 3, 44-41. You say it's not just Keyshawn Hall at the offensive end of the floor. It's the way Auburn is playing defense right now.
It has. Elijah Freeman has the deflection with his hands. Sebastian Williams-Adams has got a deflection with his hands on the defensive end. The energy level is good. The Tigers are playing quicker and tougher. They're not actually defensively rebounding it clean, but their effort of chasing it down and loose balls is really being productive.
And they've done all of this without Keyshawn Murphy back in the ballgame, who picked up 3 fouls in the first. Sebastian Williams-Adams got the start, the low post for Auburn in the second half. Timeout called by Rick Pitino. His team on offense now.
They're going to run a set play here after a timeout. They're going to try to get the ball down low again.
Hopkins works against Sway. Crossover dribble, almost stolen. Gets it on the wing. Free ball in the air. It's missed. And the rebound on the weak side to Keyshawn Hall.
That's a good, mean, hard, nasty, aggressive rebound by Keyshawn Hall. That's what the Tigers need.
Between the circles to Hod. Tigers down 3 and with the ball. Freeman at the top. Keyshawn Hall drifts up to the left wing. Gets Sebastian Williams-Adams at the top. Now to Pettiford. Shot clock at 10. Kevin Overton, a screen, another screen from Hall. Drives all the way to the basket, puts it up off the glass. It didn't go. And the rebound to St. John's.
Really was a physical play right there, going one-on-one.
Io at the top. Right wing 3 ball by Sanon.
A little bit late on her closeout that time. Opened up a wide open 3 for the St. John's.
Stopped a 6-0 run by Auburn. 47-41 to St. John's. 16-10 second half. Pettiford, a screen from Sway. Between the legs dribble for Tahad. Now drives all the way to the basket. He laid it up and in.
Nice play. Good layup. Good hesitation move again. Tigers got to get back.
St. John's Sanon left wing 3 didn't get it. Weak side rebounds. Hall for Auburn. Tigers trail by 4, 47-43. Hall on the wing, hands back to Tahad. Wants a screen. There it is. Tahad with 15 to shoot on the left wing. Drives at the top. Crossover dribble down the left side of the lane. Fade away, 18-footer, didn't go. Foul on the play.
Really good play by Sebastian Williams-Adams, jockeying for offensive positioning and end up getting pushed, drawing the foul.
And Sellers picked up his third, and it takes us to our first media timeout. 15:30 to go in the second half. Auburn ball when we come back. St. John's leads the Tigers 47-43. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Auburn women's basketball returns home Sunday, November 30th for what is the only home game for nearly a month. The Tigers host the Oregon Ducks at 2 p.m. Central. Tickets are available at aubtix.com. It is your last chance to see Coach Vickers and the Tigers at home until December 18th. Make your plans now to see Auburn take on Oregon in Neville Arena Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Central. War Eagle.
Brad will take it out. Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Yellowwood Scoreboard final in Las Vegas. Kansas is your third-place team at the Players Era Festival. Jayhawks outscored Tennessee by 12 in the second half, beat the Volunteers 81-76. Auburn women nursing a 4-point lead over Cal in Frisco, Texas. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go there. Tigers over the Bears 51-47. Ariel Jackson has 17. Hottie Lay has 10. Back to Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey. Tigers trying to continue their comeback with 15:31 to play.
4-point ball game. Foul against Oziah Sellers as we went to the timeout. His third of the night. So Auburn keeps the basketball. Trailing by 4, 47-43. Out of bounds, baseline left. 20 on the shot clock for the Tigers. 47-43 St. John's. Hall will trigger. Well, Rick Pitino was talking with one of the officials, so we can start the play. Now we will. Hall, the inbound, Freeman. On the wing for Pettiford. Tahad brings it to the top with a pass, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Right back to Tahad with 12 to shoot. Right wing, Freeman. Shot clock at 8. Freeman was 7. Freeman was 6. Free throw line. Gets some space. Up. Didn't get it. And the rebound, Hopkins for St. John's. Hopkins up the floor on the left-hand dribble. Between the circles for St. Anne. Off the right side, a pass for Mitchell. Murphy in at the next break for Auburn. They throw it into the corner, almost threw it out of bounds. Mitchell on the wing, top of the circle. 3 ball by Hopkins. He didn't get it. And the rebound pulled in by St. John's. Doggone it. Down the lane. Hopkins to the hole, and he's fouled with a foul. Or he makes it with a foul in the paint.
It's that second opportunities by St. John's. They're really taking advantage of that area of the game.
That is the 14th offensive rebound. Sebastian Williams-Adams comes out. And Keyshawn Murphy back into the lineup for Auburn. But a chance for a 3-point play here for Bryce Hopkins. Hopkins with 6 points on the night. And the free throw is good. 14:45 on a counting clock in the second. St. John's up 7. Auburn's got to respond, friends. Freeman on the wing. Down the right side, it is Murphy outside the arc. Hands the ball to Pettiford. He's double teamed, gives it to Murphy. Keyshawn to the hole. Nope, left wing, Overton. Drives, ball deflected. And out of bounds off of Pettiford. Tahad says that went out of bounds off St. John's.
Kind of went right between his legs.
Yeah.
He looked at it.
Let's see if Auburn will appeal it. Auburn will. Now they'll take a look at this play.
We're going to challenge this. As long as he didn't touch it, it just, by the official, saw the same thing I did. It went right between Tahad's legs as he was reaching for it, but he was pretty emphatic that he did not touch it.
So we're going to look at the replay here.
Like to win this challenge, keep the challenge for late in the game in case something took place at the basket.
Yeah, I don't think he touched it.
I don't either.
That ball did go right between his legs and out of bounds.
It'll be an easy overturn right there.
Well, one thing I've learned about replays, Randall.
It's subjective. Oh, me. I've got some glasses up here if they need to use it.
If Auburn keeps the ball, the Tigers will have 9 seconds to shoot, trailing by 7 with 14:26 to go in the second half. If Auburn loses the appeal, it loses the challenge, obviously, and St. John's gets the ball back, leading by 7.
Well, we need a basket in the world's worst way. We're down 7 right now. We need a little bit of momentum boost. Try to get to the 10-minute mark even.
St. John's is led by as many as 11 in the second half. Auburn has had the lead down to 3.
Seems like all the players feel like it's going to be thrown in from our end of the
St. John's is back here on defense as well.
They seem like they know what's up. But
it's a long review over there, though, friends. It's a long, long review. And that gives me some pause as to the fact that Auburn's going to get this ball back. The ball went in between the legs of Tahad Pettiford and out of bounds. The question is, did he reach down with a hand and touch it? And now after the review, the 3 officials now gather to talk about it. And it is Auburn ball, so the appeal works for the Tigers. Nicely done, Auburn. Tiger ball down 7, 50-43. 9 on the shot clock for Auburn. Freeman will trigger down the right sideline about halfway.
Got 9 seconds on a good sideline out of bounds play, set good screens. I think they'll, Auburn usually runs something on the baseline cutters, and then they usually bring Tahad back out to the top of the key, looking for the high-low ball screen on the sideline out of bounds.
And somebody has been thrown out of the game from behind the scorer's table. It appears to be a St. John's fan. Freeman will trigger. To Pettiford.
He was trying to help officiate a little bit.
Pettiford into the paint for Murphy. To the top, it's Hall. Free to shoot. Got to get rid of it. And Auburn loses the ball. Goodness gracious, never got a shot. Quickly the other way, Hopkins to the hole. Put it up, he missed it. Rebound Pettiford. Lobs it ahead for Hall. Hall is fouled by Mitchell. That's the 4th on Dylan Mitchell.
It's probably going to be, it's going to be 2 points.
I'm sorry, that will be his 3rd foul.
Yeah, it'll be a 2-shot foul here.
3rd foul on Mitchell will send Hall to the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers. Keyshawn scored 2 in the first half. He now has 7 on the night. He gets a couple free throws here. First free throw is good. 93% from the stripe coming into tonight. Trims the lead to 6 with 14:08 to go in the second half. He can get the lead to 5. Knocked home both.
Tigers elected to drop back and just play half-court defense. They're going to change and go to a zone here. It's a 1-3-1 with Tahad in the middle around the free throw line.
Overton at the point.
Now they're matching up.
Jackson at the left wing. Picks it up, gets the ball to Ejiofor. 10 to shoot. Ejiofor off the right side. Down the right side, Sainin. 15-footer, good.
Just made it look easy. You cannot lose your balance on defense. You've got to be strong and continue to challenge that shot. The step back just created space. It was wide open.
52-45. Murphy top of the circle for Auburn. Spins at the free throw line. Jump step. Turns, shoots, got it.
Nice move by Keyshawn Murphy. We need his size and length underneath that basket. That's
St. John's
sure.
Quickly the other way. Ejiofor against Murphy. Goes up and blocked out of bounds by Keyshawn Murphy.
Back-to-back good plays by Murph that time. Made a good offensive play to score it. Went right back down to make the block.
Sellers replaces Mitchell in the lineup for St. John's. 22 on the shot clock for the Red Storm. They lead Auburn 52-47. St. John's ball out of bounds, baseline left. Sainin will trigger. Bounce pass. Ejiofor working on Hall. Goes up and scores.
Just too strong for Keyshawn Hall that time. He just backs him down, scores right over the top of him on the block.
52-47. Make that 54-47 St. John's. 13 minutes in a ball game. Right corner, Hall. Head fake at 3. Drives into the lane. Head fake goes up. Scores.
Good muscle play that time. Keyshawn Hall showed strength then. Put it on the deck, get it to the basket, and stick it in the hole.
Hall with 11. They go low post for Ejiofor again against Murphy. Goes up and he missed it, but the rebound, Hopkins. Oh, they got Auburn for a ticky-tack foul. That's a terrible call. A ticky-tack foul. They got Pettiford for the foul on that one. Golly.
Especially just after what Keyshawn Hall went through to score his basket on his drive.
Boy, that reaction from the Auburn bench was unanimous on the foul against Pettiford, and it puts Hopkins at the line for 2 for St. John's. 54-49, St. John's with the lead. Hopkins gets a couple. Grad student from Oak Park, Illinois. First free throw is good. Averages 17.3 a game, their leading scorer coming in. But it's been Ejiofor that Auburn just has had trouble with tonight. He comes out, does Ejiofor. They get a little bit smaller. No, they don't actually. It's Ruben Prey in, and he's even bigger than Ejiofor. Hopkins makes both free throws.
St. John's is going to elect to get back in the half-court defense as well, not pressing that possession.
12:29 and counting in the second. 56-49, St. John's. Murphy to Pettiford. 3 ball straight away. It's short. Rebound, Overton. He got fouled. Thank you. Hoskins got him for the foul, I believe.
Kevin Overton showed real hops that time. He was elevated way off the floor. He got sandwiched in between 2 players, getting to draw the foul.
And it puts Kevin Overton at the line. It's a 1 in bonus. That was the 7th foul on St. John's in the second half.
12:20 left on the clock, Andy. The Tigers got to really take advantage of that. Big at the free throw line the rest of the day.
Free throw is good by Overton. Hit the iron. Rolled onto the glass and in. 56-50. St. John's with the lead. Overton tries to cut the lead back to 5 right here. 12-20 in the second half. Overton knocked home both.
2 good free throws. Tigers doing a good job. Get defensive stops and go score.
Overton with 12. St. John's ball. They run the weave at the top. It goes to the left wing for Sellers. To the top of the circle for Mitchell, or rather for Jackson. Sainin around the perimeter left side. Open 3, no. Jackson drives to the hole, goes and fouls.
Just a late closeout by Elijah that time, and he had the angle on him. And when you have Hopkins has the angle on you, he is going straight to the goal.
11:58 in the second. St. John's 56, Auburn 51. Your team is your most valuable asset, so ensure that they're protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicom quote today. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Throw a flag before ants, termites, and other pests invade your home by calling Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system protect your home from unwanted pests and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. Make the right call and call the South's most trusted name in pest control for a free inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
Second half shooting for St. John's, 5 of 14 at 35.7%, and 2 of 7 from 3. Auburn 7 of 13 from the field in the second half. That's 53.8%, and 2 of 4 from 3. Rebounding the edge to St. John's. 16 of their 27 rebounds have come on the offensive end. Turnover, 11 for Auburn, and 10 for St. John's, but only 1 turnover for Auburn in the second half.
Well, it's just proof that the leading scorer for St. John's, Ejiofor, is the catalyst. Got 21 points.
Yeah.
The Tigers have got 3 guys in double figures. We could just continue to defend, rebound the basketball, execute on our offensive end, and make our free throws. We should claw our way right back into this game. 2
free throws for Hopkins, and he missed the first. His first miss of the night. 11:58 to go in the second half. St. John's leads Auburn by 5. Second free throw. He missed both. Rebound to Overton.
Take advantage of it, Tigers.
Freeman off the pass from Pettiford at the left wing for Auburn. Goes baseline, gets cut off. Out to the top for Tahan. Shot clock at 18 for Auburn. Tigers trail by 5. Bounce pass, Overton left wing. Kevin has to back it up. Picked up the dribble, gets the ball to Murphy. 8 to shoot for Auburn. Murphy to Pettiford, 5 to shoot. He's double teamed. In the left corner, Overton, 19-footer. No. Rebound, Hall for Auburn. Out of bounds off Hall.
Well, he had it in his hands, and it just kind of slithered, just where he just couldn't get a mitts all the way around it, and it dribbled out of bounds.
St. John's basketball leading Auburn 56-51. That's a great opportunity for Auburn that time down the floor to cut into that 5-point lead. Jackson to Prey. Left wing, Jackson. Picked up by Murphy in a switch in the lane. Oh, he spun, he walked, and it was called.
I'll tell you, the defense, Auburn has really been good. We've held them in the second half to 35% shooting. We've just got to convert and make that defense create offense on our end.
Hoskins out. That's Hopkins out. And Mitchell back in. Down 5 Auburn ball. Murphy against Prey. Left wing Overton. Baseline left, it's Hall to the hole. Goes up and scores.
Really nice that play. Is a post up by Keyshawn Hall. We got to take advantage of this group while those 2 leading scorers are out.
Auburn trails by 3. Mitchell left side of the lane to the wing. Sainin 3, good. And a foul by Overton.
Oh my.
Sainin has scored 11 points in the second half, 3 threes, and a chance for a 4-point play right here. And he was fouled by Kevin Overton. Hall will come out. Sebastian Williams-Adams is in for the Auburn Tigers. 59-53. Lead back to 7, and he missed it. And the rebound comes to Sellers for Auburn. By the way, Ejiofor back into the lineup. 59-53, 6-point advantage for St. John's. Pettiford on the wing, brings it out to the top of the circle, now to Hall, outside the arc. Keyshawn to Pettiford. Down the left side of the lane, Sebastian Williams-Adams against Mitchell. Tried to pass it, got it back, trying to get rid of it. Whistle, jump ball. Auburn has the arrow. 6 to shoot. Rick Pitino across midcourt.
Thought he was checking in the game.
Sure did.
That was a good aggressive play by Sebastian. He just lost the handle on it.
Auburn has 6 seconds to shoot here. Down 6, 59-53. 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Auburn will trigger baseline, flatten it out to the baseline. Murphy in one corner, Overton in the far corner. Lob, inbound, Sebastian goes up. He got it.
Nice play, just threw right over the top, right in front of the basket. He just muscled that ball in.
59-55, 4-point lead down the lane. And a steal. Ball still loose. St. John's comes out of the pack.
Oh, man.
Underneath. Mitchell up and in.
Anytime that ball's on the floor, you got to sacrifice your body.
And then Auburn throws it away at the other end of the floor. Just a careless mistake.
2 back-to-back miscues by the Tigers. One, we had the ball in our hands and let them take it away from us, and that time we just threw it to the
61-55 St. John's. Ejiofor against Murphy. Top of the key. On the give and go to Sellers. Bounce pass on the right wing for Jackson. 12 to shoot. Jackson lost it, got it back. Gets the ball to Ejiofor. 7 to shoot. Ejiofor drives on Murphy. Kicks it to the wing. 3 ball in the air. It's no good. And the rebound pulled in by Murphy.
It's a
3 ball
good
missed
shutout.
by Sainin.
Good shutout on defense. Now we got to go get us a basket.
Under 10 minutes to go in this one. Tigers trail by 6, 61-55. Freeman at the top. Down the left side of the lane. Fade away. Up and in. Where's the foul?
Shot. I don't know. What a shot by Elijah Freeman.
And they walk at the other end. Jackson tied up by Sebastian Williams-Adams. And with a 4-point advantage, St. John's turns it over. Auburn gets the ball back. Keyshawn Hall into the lineup for the Tigers. Murphy will get a rest. 61-57 St. John's with 8:56 to go in the second half.
Really good series by the Tigers. It looked a little unorthodox. I think Elijah Freeman got fouled, but he at least got the 2 points, and then we created the walk by St. John's. Gives the Tigers another possession.
Down 4, Auburn ball. Pettiford, left wing, Overton. Bounce pass at the top, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Right wing, Freeman. Low post, Hall. They'll draw a double team. Overton, left wing, head fake. 18-footer in the air by Tahad. Good.
Nice. Buried that jumper. Way to move the ball from a block to the wing, to the point, to the other wing, to an open Pettiford, and he buries the jumper.
2-point ball game.
Comes the Tiger faithful on their feet.
Sainin, top of the circle. Drives free throw line. Down the lane. Ball was blocked. It's loose. It's Auburn ball the other way. Hall one-on-one to the hole, and he's fouled. Sellers fouled him, and Hall goes to the line now with a chance to tie it at the 8:17 mark.
Big turning of events right there. The defense has just been really good. The active hands by the Tigers have created extra opportunities on the offensive end. And we got Keyshawn Hall at the line to tie this thing up with 8:17 to go in the second half.
Sellers' 4th foul. He'll stay on the floor. Free throw in the air. Good. Boy, it crawled over the front of that iron, but it fell through. And now Sellers will come out, and Dylan Darling, who started at the point tonight for St. John's, is back in the lineup. Darling only played the first 4 minutes of the game. A chance for Hall to tie it at the 8:17 mark. The free throw. We're tied.
It's time the Tigers take care of this momentum. We're even right now with 8:14 left.
Darling across midcourt. Mitchell, now Hopkins, picks up the dribble. Guarded closely by Overton. Right wing for Ejiofor. Hands it to Darling there in the wing. 14 to shoot for St. John's. Darling, top of the circle, Ejiofor. Left wing for Hopkins. 8 to shoot. Hopkins, free throw line. Left corner, 3 ball in the air. It's no good. Rebound Auburn, had it, lost it. Back into the corner it goes. To the lane, to the basket, it's up and it's good by Io.
They've got 2 opportunities that time, took advantage of it. Woo. Tigers need to get on those, all 5 guys need to get on the glass.
7:33 in the second half. St. John's back up by 1. Top of the circle, Sebastian. Right wing for Overton. Low post for Hall, and he's fouled by Sayo.
That'll put him back to the free throw line.
Fouled by Ayo after a timeout. Keyshawn Hall will be at the line with a chance to tie it for Auburn. 7:25 to go. And St. John's leads Auburn 63-61. On to Victory, proud to be the official events experiences company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Down to Cases now. 4th and 20 for Alabama at the Auburn 46. Doyle has it. Doyle looking. And he's going to throw long downfield. This one is intercepted. Intercepted by Carlos Rogers at the 14-yard line with 3:12 left to play. We're down to 20 seconds in the game. And, folks, it's time to paint Tuscaloosa town orange and blue. Campbell got the snap, dropped down. This game will be over. And, ladies and gentlemen, the Auburn Tigers have come to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And they have heavily favored and highly ranked Alabama by the score of 17-7.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is Auburn football on the Auburn Sports Network.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios as we update the Yellowwood scoreboard. Auburn women's basketball is 8-0. The Tigers beat Cal tonight 58-50, outlasting the Bears by 5 in the fourth quarter. Auburn shot better than 55% in the fourth quarter. Larry Vickers and company now 8-0 to start the season. They'll play at home Sunday, 2 o'clock, against the Oregon Ducks, and that's your last chance to see the Tigers at home for a couple of weeks. That's a Yellowwood scoreboard update. Let's get back out to Las Vegas. Rejoin the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Keyshawn Hall back at the strike for the Tigers. He scored 2 points in the first half. On the night now, Keyshawn with 15 points. First free throw, he got it. Ooh, it thought about coming out, but it stayed in there.
Pretty flat, isn't it? It's a lot of left-handed players, they shoot it a little bit flat. You get one that shoots with some arch. Sometimes they have great touch.
He knocked home both, and we're back to a tie ball game.
Now's the time the Tigers need to take over. This segment right here is the Tigers need to increase the pressure on the St. John's Red Storm.
63 apiece, St. John's ball.
Keep the ball away from that guy.
And a steal. Overton took it away.
Outstanding.
From Mitchell. A chance for Auburn to have its first lead of the second half.
Big possession offensive for the Tigers right here. Got a chance to start, pull out for the lead right here.
Pettiford, left sideline for Overton near the hash mark. Wrap around to Sebastian Williams-Adams at the top. Picks it up, throws it to Overton. Off the left side, Hall to the wing, Pettiford. 7 to shoot. Hangs, shoots. He got it. Auburn has the lead.
What a move. Unbelievable. 42 points tonight out of Auburn. 63 has come from inside the paint.
Auburn 65, St. John's 63. St. John's ball. Darling at the top, into the key. Picks up the dribble. Left wing for Hopkins. He'll pop a three for the lead. Didn't get it. Long rebound. Pettiford the other way for Auburn. Tahad leaves it for Overton to the corner. Free ball, Tahad. Yes!
Boom! 5
yes!
points real quick. 2 possessions, one on a layup and one an outstanding 3-point shot by Tahad Pettiford.
Auburn by 5, 6:10 to go, 68-63. Low post, Ejiofor against Sebastian. Up for the shot, and he was fouled by Sebastian. Auburn on a 7-0 run. The Tigers have hit their last 6 field goals, a 13-2 run in the last 2:56. And Ejiofor is at the line to shoot 2 for St. John's. First of 2 is good. Ejiofor now 9 of 10 from the line tonight. He has 22 points. Murphy back in, Sebastian Williams-Adams out. Auburn's lead trimmed to 4, Ejiofor back at the strike. 6 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the second half.
It's going to be interesting to see if St. John goes back to that full court press and tries to apply a little more pressure to the Tigers.
He missed the free throw and the rebound, Hall.
Had away, got a good rebound. They're going to drop back, just elect to play in the half court, probably because of foul trouble.
Auburn up by 4. 6 minutes in the second half. Pettiford, who scored Auburn's last 5 points, looks to the sideline. 14 to shoot, gets a screen. Top of the circle. Between the legs dribble, crossover dribble. Left wing, outside the arc, 6 to shoot. Drives on edge of 4, high off the glass. Good!
What a play. Tahad Pettiford just has taken over. 1 2-point shot, 1 3-point shot, and comes back with another 2 in a layup.
St. John's ball, Auburn up by 6. They throw it away underneath.
The pressure is just too much right now for the...
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
did they call a foul?
Oh, no. Where did that come from?
I have no idea. I have no idea where that foul was called. Holy cow. And Ejiofor's back at the line to shoot. Goodness gracious. They called it on Murphy.
It's a good thing we got a 6-point lead. We got a big 2-possession lead right here, but what a 7-point run.
Auburn has made its
Tahad Pettiford.
Yeah, Auburn's made its last 7 field goals. He's made 3 in a row. Goodness gracious. That was Auburn ball going the other way, and a phantom foul called underneath on Murphy sends Ejiofor to the line. It's a 1 in bonus for Ejiofor. He misses, you got to get the rebound. You have to get the rebound. And he got it. Golly bum. One person on this floor saw that foul. One guy. He's got a whistle in his mouth.
Just Tigers got to really box out right here, aggressively seal off. In case he misses it, they got to retrieve the ball off the glass.
5:26 in the second. He can cut the lead to 4, and he does.
They're going to pick up full court this time. They're going to start just kind of worrying the offensive guy for the Tigers down the floor, put pressure on Tahad Pettiford.
Pettiford against Darling. At the top, it's Murphy. Hands the ball right back to Tahad. Long 3. Yes!
Oh, he's on fire now, Andy.
Holy cow!
Unbelievable. 10 straight points by Tahad Pettiford.
73-66 Tigers. Sainin. Off the left side for Hopkins. Bumped at the free throw line. Picked up the dribble. Out to the top for Ejiofor. Sainin, 3-ball left side. He got it.
Ooh. Came right back. Got to be careful right here. We got to be careful right here. Take care of the basketball against the press.
4:41 and counting second half. Overton to the hole. Gets the ball to Murphy, falling out of bounds. Throws it. It comes to Pettiford. Shot clock in 19. Auburn by 4.
Need to run some clock here.
73-69 Auburn. Pettiford
blows
blows
open
past
again.
his man, and he's fouled as he goes to the free throw line for Auburn. And that is the double bonus for the rest of the night now.
They're having a hard time guarding Tahad Pettiford. That time they just pushed him to keep him from scoring.
He blew past Darling, that's for certain. And Darling was called for the foul, his first.
He was as quick as a hiccup on that play.
Auburn 73, St. John's 69, 4:26 in the second. Pettiford at the line. 23 points for Tahad. He ties a career high with 24. He's done it twice here in Las Vegas.
I think I'm right. Is this an 11-point straight run by Tahad Pettiford? He's got a chance for a 12-point run on his own.
And an opportunity for a new career high.
Might as well go ahead and seize that. Oh, yeah.
25 points on the night for Pettiford. It crawled over the front iron.
We had to wish that one in.
Ooh, he did. 75-69 Auburn. How about a stop with 4:20 to go? Sellers, Sainin, top of the circle. Off the left side, it's Ejiofor against Murphy. Spins down the lane to the basket. He missed it, and the rebound pulled in by Freeman for Auburn. Up the left side, Hall. He had Pettiford open in the left corner.
Beautiful play right here. Time, score, and momentum is so important to understand what's taking place in basketball the last 4 minutes.
Hall left wing for the Tigers. Puts it on the floor, drives to the hole, double teamed up, and missed it, but he was fouled. Oh, how did that not go down?
That might have been a dagger if they'd have scored that one.
3:44 to go. Keyshawn Hall at the line for 2 when we come back. Auburn 75. St. John's 69. With each Tigers three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlive, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. Stay tuned, friends. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
On the court, a perfect assist sets up success. That's what the Ford F-150 truck can do for you. Whether you're up against a deadline or taking some time to unwind, F-150 delivers the power, capability, and reliability you need to make every play. From the worksite to the campsite, it's game on in the Ford F-150. This is Andy Bertram. For great offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, Regal.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back, and it's still bigger and better than any chicken sandwich out there. More chicken strips, more Monterey Jack cheese smothered in buffalo and ranch, all on a 5-inch bun. There's so much crispy, cheesy, saucy goodness, you may find yourself speechless when someone asks what's your favorite part. Not because you can't find the words, just because it's hard to talk when your mouth's full with this much deliciousness. The Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. What a burger.
Keep it here after the game for the Regions Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
3:44 in the second. Auburn 75, St. John's 69. We come out of the timeout. Keyshawn Hall will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's joined on the floor by Tahad Pettiford, Kevin Overton, Keyshawn Murphy, and Elijah Freeman. Auburn has outscored St. John's in the paint tonight, 44-28. A career-high 25 points tonight for Tahad Pettiford.
But you got Keyshawn Hall, your best free throw shooter, with a 2-possession lead right now, 75-69. You probably got, in a normal game, you probably got about 8 possessions left. You probably need to win 4 of those without giving up any threes on the St. John's on the 4 possessions.
Hall was 17, and that one's short.
We'd be odd even right here, but just he needs to make it a 3-possession game by making this one. But defense and defensive rebounding and taking care of the basketball with no turnovers is the key down the stretch. This last 3:44 left in the game.
He knocked home the second, and Auburn leads by 7. 76-69. Tigers up. St. John's ball. Hopkins at the top. It's Ejiofor. Puts it on the floor. On the give and go, Sainin. Left wing for Hopkins. Inside the arc, now back out. Bounce pass for Ejiofor at the top against Murphy. Spins, almost fell down. Throws it underneath. Shot is up. It's missed and a foul. Freeman with the foul will send St. John's to the line with 5 on the shot clock. St. John's goes to the line for a couple. 3:19 to go in regulation. Auburn by 7, 76-69. After struggling from the line last night, Auburn 15 of 17 from the charity stripe tonight. First free throw.
Sure have responded, that's for sure.
And that first free throw is missed.
Big miss.
Uzziah Sellers.
It's a big play right here to box out. We've got to retrieve this if he misses this.
Got the second to fall.
Now we got to be careful not to turn the ball over. They're going to press hot and really deny heavy.
Inbound. And Tahad brings it forward. Behind the back dribble, he's across midcourt. Auburn's lead is 6, 76-70. 3:08 and counting in the second half. Pettiford for Freeman. To the top for Hall. 1-on-1 against Sellers. Off the left wing, turns the corner, drives to the hole. Hanks, no.
We don't get the call.
Boy, oh boy. You gotta be kidding.
We don't get the call.
Here's St. John's the other way. Ejiofor leaves it. Sellers, free throw line. Picks up the dribble. Off the right side for Ejiofor. Driving on. He walked. He had made the shot, but he walked before, and Auburn gets the ball back with 2:42 to go and leading by 6.
Be careful of that ball. Run your press offense. Get the ball inbounds. Be strong with it.
And Overton will bring it up the floor.
The clock is on your side, Auburn. We got a 2-possession lead. Take care of it. Try to get something going to the basket. Make them foul you and win it at the free throw line.
Pettiford on the right wing, a screen from Hall. Top of the circle, it's Murphy. Back to the wing for Pettiford. Low post for Hall. Faces the basket, 6 to shoot. At the top, Murph,
big three.
Got it!
Big three right there. That's a dagger if we play defense this possession. 2 minutes to go in the game. 4 possessions left.
Auburn by 9, a timeout. St. John's. First 3 tonight for Keyshawn Murphy.
That's big right there, Andy. What a play. The Tigers
Auburn,
managed the clock
drained
perfectly.
The clock.
They really managed the clock, and Tahad Pettiford made a bounce like he was going to drive it. Keyshawn Murphy's man faked at him, and that opened up the space. Tahad hit him from the top of the key, and Murph buried it.
Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit Mindy at paradise.com. 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in regulation. That 3 ball by Keyshawn Murphy gives Auburn a 9-point advantage.
So you're at a 3-possession advantage. Now the next thing you could happen is if you make a free throw, it becomes a 4-possession advantage. But right now, St. John's is going to come back. They're going to go high-low, try to get the ball inside, kick it out for an open 3, or score at the basket.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn trailed by as many as 11 early in this second half, but Auburn has forged a 9-point lead with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. St. John's basketball. And it will be Hopkins who will trigger down the right sideline in front of the scorer's table.
On a side out of bounds play, the Tigers don't give up anything easy. Make them try to run as much clock as possible.
Sellers off the inbound. 20 on the shot clock. 2 minutes to go. Auburn by 9. Sainin for St. John's. Free throw line. Off the left wing. Hopkins a 3 in the air. It's
Rebound
missed.
it.
Rebound Hall for Auburn.
Be strong with it. They got to come after you.
Hall lobs it to Overton. Get it up the floor, Kevin. 1:45 to go. Auburn by 9.
Clock is on the Tiger side right now. We can run clock. Try to get something driving toward the basket. Make St. John's foul you.
Auburn has made 9 of its last 10 field goals, 11 to shoot here. Tigers by 9. Overton blows past his man to the hole. Picks up the dribble. Right wing Murphy. 5 to shoot. Murphy picked it up. Now to Overton. 2 to shoot. Overton running one-hander. No. Weak side rebound. Hall took it away.
Another possession.
Hall on the sideline, and he was fouled. He just took it away from Ejiofor.
Outstanding. Biggest offensive rebound we've gotten today. Keyshawn Hall comes up with it.
And now Keyshawn at the line to try and give Auburn a double-digit lead. St. John's hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
The defense has really been good with the Tigers, but their clock management offensively has been sensational.
First free throw missed by Keyshawn Hall.
Need to go ahead and make this. That'll make it a 4-possession game, 79-70.
Hopkins out. Io back in, a better 3-point shooter.
And you've got 1:17 left. The clock.
Free throw by Hall. 10-point Auburn lead.
It's amazing when you're ahead how slow the clock runs, and when you're behind how fast it runs.
19 points in the ball game for Hall. 17 in the second half. Auburn by 10. Io at the top. Drives to the basket. Missed the dunk. Rebound underneath, and a shot is up and in by Mitchell. Auburn's lead is 8. 1:02 to go. Take care of the basketball. Hall looking for an inbound, and Auburn called a timeout.
Got to get organized this last minute.
Auburn saves that possession. Tigers lead it 80-72 with 1:01 to go in the second half. What a run in this comeback by Tahad Pettiford. At one point, he had scored 11 straight points for Auburn.
Absolutely sensational, and he went ahead and got his career high on that 11th point. That was amazing.
Yeah.
He just took the game over and has been the best player on the floor, certainly in the second half. You've got to give Ejiofor his props at St. John's, but Tahad Pettifer, not only has he scored, but he's been everywhere on the defensive end.
24 points Monday, a career-high 25 tonight. Again, full length of the floor to go for Auburn, and Auburn puts everyone out of bounds.
This is unbelievable. It's going to be the streak down the floor, and then somebody's going to plant their foot and come right back to the ball and get the ball inbound.
Murphy will trigger. Still looking for an inbound. Gets it to Pettiford in the backcourt.
Keep it in his hands.
Yeah, 57 seconds to go. Pettiford across midcourt against Josiah Sellers. Lobs it left side for Hall.
Trying to play keep away a little bit. There
and Hall is fouled by Sadiku Abin Ayo. And Hall can take the lead back to 10 if he knocks home these 2 free throws. Clock stopped with 51.6 seconds to go. Auburn 16 of 19 from the line tonight. Free throws missed by Keyshawn. Doggone it.
You need to go ahead and get this back to 10. That'll make it a 4-possession game.
Now this would take it to 9 right here.
9, that's true. 3 possession right here. That'd be 3 threes, but you got to get one more stop and to run some more clock off it.
Sellers across midcourt. Gets the ball to Ayo to the top of the circle. Picks up the dribble. Bounce pass. Right wing 3-ball. Edge of 4. Did not get it. Weak side rebound. Pettiford. 40 seconds to go. Tahad is fouled. He got double teamed and he got fouled. And Tahad will go to the line to shoot 2. I believe the foul will be called against Mitchell. 4th foul against Mitchell, and Pettiford back to the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers. 10 of 19 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Tahad Pettiford. And an opportunity here to give Auburn a double-digit lead, perhaps an 11-point lead if he knocks home both. With 39.3 seconds to go. Free throw by Tahad, yes. Back to a 10-point lead. And now Auburn 39 seconds away from pulling off a huge win tonight against the 14th ranked St. John's. Coming off of that 30-point beatdown from Michigan last night, Pettiford knocks home the second, and Auburn leads by 11. 38 seconds ago, the Tigers trail by 11 in this second half, but lead by 11 now. Free throw, pull-out jumper, it's missed. Rebound tapped up, Freeman rebounds for Auburn. Races ahead. Freeman now will angle it out, and Auburn with the shot clock off. Or the game clock, the shot clock off. Freeman fouled at the right side, and the Auburn faithful start to celebrate in Vegas.
Unbelievable turn of events in this second half. The Tigers have just played outstanding, aggressive defense, and Tahad Pettiford has been absolutely the best player on the floor.
Freeman at the line for 2 for Auburn. Elijah with 4 points on the night. Boy, his best work, though, has been at the other end of the floor. He has 6 rebounds. Free throw, good.
He sure has. This young man's going to be an outstanding player. Throughout this year, he's going to continue to get better and better.
Auburn by 12. Make it 13. Freeman knocked home both. 23.6 to go. Casper Poto across midcourt for St. John's. Left wing for Sio. Top of the circle. Drive, free throw line. Ayo in the corner, 3-ball missed. Rebound underneath, shot is up, and a whistle and a foul against Auburn with 9 seconds to go. It won't matter now. It doesn't matter now.
No, that poor Elijah, boy, late in the game, whistles just absolutely find him, don't they? But he made his free throws.
And Josan Sainin goes to the line. First free throw is in the air, and it's good.
He's had a second half as well. That young man has played well.
All of his points in the second half, as a matter of fact. He knocks home both. Just get the ball. Inbounds, Auburn. There it is. Freeman can just walk it up the floor. 5 seconds down to 4, 2 down to 1, and Auburn comes from 11 down to beat St. John's. Final score, Auburn 85, St. John's 74.
What an outstanding turn of events. Going to see all these teams that the Tigers have been rubbing shoulders with out here this week in the NCAA tournament, but they proved themselves. The 11-point run by Tahad Pettiford was something to see and be a part of. Game high, 27 points.
Wow. How about that for by 30 in a game in which you were dominated in every facet last night. You fall behind by 11 to start the second half tonight, but outscore St. John's 55-35 in the second half and win it by 11 tonight, 85-74.
Beautifully done. Outstanding win, outstanding week for the Auburn Tigers. Now we go home, get a little turkey and dressing, regroup, because it doesn't get any easier the following week.
Auburn will play North Carolina State next Wednesday, and then a week from Saturday, Auburn plays at Arizona. But a chance to celebrate this one tonight. Auburn a winner over St. John's this evening. The Tigers win it by 11. Auburn 85, St. John's 74. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Ford F-150.